something wrong in his chat, and he's open about it. Okay, you're banned.
Right.
Like unfortunately, he's not as open to conversation
Criticism,
as he
yeah.
should be. What's up, JB?
He's like, well, you're banned because, but I think that's what makes him kind of funny in a way. But like,
It's funny. No, I'll admit that.
I think JB left. Okay, now JB's back.
JB. Yeah,
JB is
there,
back.
JB.
Yeah. The night we don't need a camera, but he has one.
Jer Bear. You there, Jer Bear?
Imagine if we saw Bailey just beating off on that couch last night when he forgot he was on the air. That would have been a highlight to my life. God, it would have been good. Let me see. I hate Windows 10, man. I really hate it. What the fuck is that?
Is that your phone ring?
No.
Please say it's not.
No, it's definitely not mine.
Oh my God, JB, you are so fucking gay. If that's your phone ring, JB, you are so homosexual.
Oh my God. Yeah, there he is. Here comes like a gay.
JB.
Wow.
Hey, asshole.
This is pathetic.
So it was him.
Yeah, it was probably. That's a lot of man points right there for that ring.
Lost. That's a lot of man points lost.
Yeah, that's
Justin, we were just commenting on the effeminate nature of that ringtone.
What? My alarm?
Yeah.
That's effeminate?
That was a little weird.
It's an alarm for so I wouldn't sleep through the fucking show.
No, that's why you made it like that. It was probably set to be annoying.
Oh yeah, I make it.
Okay.
No.
Because, do you know the one with like the nuclear one, like the alarm, like the
yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about? I'm immune to it now. Like I can actually sleep through that.
I use Reverie.
What's that? Is that like? Oh, okay. I got you.
Oh my God, that thing like bursts me out of bed like every time I use it. So,
hey Dave, check this out.
Show me your dick.
Nice, Mr. Freeze. Is that number one or something?
It's a detective's comic, but I got the variant cover.
Is that new?
Yeah, they only print so many of these variant covers. I don't want to do too much to it, but look at that.
I have my variants, but is this like just what I'm just curious about is the story? Like, what's it about? It's just like a retelling of his origin, or what?
It's an event, a DC event called Year of the Villain. So It's got like special, stories for each one of the major villains. I got the Freeze one because Freeze is one of my favorite villains. They also have Bane, and then they brought the Owl back from Court of the Owls. You can actually see at the bottom it says Year of the Villain.
I very much like how they treated Frost, or sorry, what's his name? Sorry, Freeze.
Victor Freeze.
In Batman,
Victor.
The animated series, in like I think the season 3 or 4, where like he ended up losing so much of his body that they ended up like just cutting his head off and making it.
Yeah.
And like that story was just incredible because the guy, it's such a tragic story. He becomes detached because of how far he's lost his humanity. And yet, in that situation, he's still somewhat human, but he's still out for vengeance. Like, it's an amazing story. Like, Batman animated series really did so much credit to the characters.
Do you remember what they did with Victor in Batman Beyond?
I can't rember off the top of my head.
You kind of just said it.
But was it there where they cut his head off, like where he was?
No,
was it Batman?
Derek Powers, the Wayne Powers, because remember in Batman Beyond he got bought out
over the company, yeah.
Right. So he actually they had Victor's head frozen, but of course him frozen, he could still talk. And Wayne Powers created almost like a full human body, so they were able to transplant his head to a human body, and they made it to where the body he had actually maintained a cool temperature, and he actually was a normal person, but everyone was trying to assassinate him. People who were There was a guy that tried to kill Victor at a graveyard because Victor had killed his kid.
Yes. Okay, I remember now.
And he tries to be a good guy, but then
yes, and he can't.
But Wayne Powers, Derek Powers, who's also Blight, ends up putting him in a testing lab and turns the fucking heat up real high and turns him crazy again. And then Victor Fries ends up committing suicide by blowing up all of the Wayne Powers cryogenic section. Really fucking. That's one of my favorite episodes.
Left it off on a sort of note where it's like maybe he lived.
Well, he does. Yeah, when I mean suicide, he attempted suicide.
Yeah,
but he never. We don't know for a fact that he's actually dead.
God damn it, that series, like Batman Beyond, especially how they brought old stories back into the fold. God
yeah.
Damn it, man! Like
it's amazing.
Return of the Joker literally is one of the best movies ever.
Flawless. It's unbelievable what Batman Beyond did. And the worst part is a lot of people haven't even seen it. That's the fucked up part. This villain right here does not get its due.
No.
That's why Batman and Robin was such a shame. And I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, but Victor Fries deserved better.
No, but the only person that we can blame for that is Schumacher, who literally is a faggot.
Joel Schumacher. A new movie.
There could have been so much potential for that too, but they lightened it up. They wanted to go with the cheesy 60s style, like
they wanted more kids to watch it, so they did that. I mean, fucking Mr. Freeze, Schwarzenegger is in a frozen bathrobe, putting his hands in there like a dance instructor or
and
a choir
smoking
instructor. Smoking a cigar, making his minions or his thugs or whatever sing Christmas songs
and play hockey.
And play.
Hey, no, but you know what? You know what's gayer than him making his Heistman like play hockey is that Batman actually had that built into his suit.
Oh yeah, remember the ice skate, the bat skates. Oh, yeah. So terrible.
And it wasn't just him; it was Robin and Batgirl.
Yeah, they all had that faggy design.
God.
You want to know what's fucked up? Is my dad. You remember the credit card in the movie?
Yeah. Oh no.
That that was a big marketing scheme. Like they did that to sell that credit card, and like a fucking tool bag, my dad actually got that credit card.
What was it? A Discover or something?
No, it was. I don't even know if it's a thing anymore. It was No, it was Credit One or something like that. It wasn't
some nobody company.
Yeah, it was something stupid. It was like I think my dad said it was like a credit builder. They didn't need credit. He said it had like $150 limit. It was like a credit builder. Oh my god, I thought it was cool when I was young.
Never leave home without it.
Like it was literally product placement, though. That's all it was product placement.
No, but you know what? They did so much better with the original Batman or even Batman Returns with product placement, whether it be like Diet Coke or whether it be they had a few other like product placements in the first two movies. I can't remember what they were, but like they were well done. They weren't like overblown like you saw. Shit, like fucking Batman. What was the third one? Batman.
Oh, Batman Forever.
Yeah, like that literally was like prostituted out for every fucking, like coverage out there, like whether it be McDonald's, whether it be like there was so many different things that movie was like pushed for and all these different like gimmicks and product placement. It was
because they knew it was going to sell a ton of fucking tickets. But the problem was, which I actually stuck up for Val Kilmer because I didn't think he was that bad of a Batman. But Tommy Lee Jones
never have smiled. Should never have smiled.
Exactly. He had that perfect Bruce Wayne, I hate my life face. But Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face and Jim Carrey as the Riddler just did not translate well on screen.
And Bane. No, was Bane in that? Yeah, Bane was in that movie.
No, Bane was in Batman and Robin because remember Uma Thurman and Poison Ivy, who was sexy.
Right.
She was really sexy, but it was too cartoony. That's another character they could do nowadays and it'd be way better.
What kind of weak idiot would fucking what was her name? Chase, fucking the psychiatrist, where he would like have dreams of her, and like he ended up going to see her, and she was obsessed with both Bruce Wayne and Batman, and she was played by fucking Tom Cruise's ex-wife. I can't remember her name. She was in Eyes Wide Shut. Nicole Kidman.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Played
I
the
got you.
psychologist something Chase. I can't remember her first name, but like that's why what's his name? Jim Carrey's like, and what a pursuit you must be. Remember that?
Yeah, oh my
God
God.
damn it! The line,
Don't remind
the
me.
cheese in the lines of those fucking in that
Those
movie
two
was just
specific
terrible.
ones.
Oh, there
'Cause
was so many though.
Forever and Batman. No, I mean Forever and Batman and Robin. Those two movies, like the cheese in those movies, wasn't
Yeah.
good cheese. It's bad cheese.
No, but on top of that, though, it just like it really pissed people like us off who are fans who end up being forced to like swallow this insult of a movie, not just once but twice, with bat nipples, with
Oh
fucking
my God, the bat nipples. I forgot about the bat. Remember in the bad dick plate? Remember when
yeah, the
Clooney
cod
turns?
piece. Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
my
Oh, there was two.
God.
There was two shots. It was Batman and Robin where you got to see, and then oh, that's
the
right,
butt
bat-
shot.
and the butt shot.
The butt
Oh,
shot.
we got one from Alicia Silverstone as well, though, so I guess it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Still,
that,
though,
came,
they
that
pushed-
came later.
Yeah, way later.
Way later. God damn.
Fucking Joel Schumacher, like he ruined it.
Well, you know what's interesting, and I've actually talked to Keish and my brother and sister-in-law about this. Would Batman Begins be considered as good as it is now had Batman and Robin not been such shit? Because
No.
Begins followed Batman and Robin, which was god awful. So it was not
No,
couldn't get any
No.
worse than that.
Batman and Robin was after Begins. No, sir,
What?
no, sorry, no, my bad. No, I'm okay. So it's Batman, then Batman Returns, then we've got
Forever.
Batman Forever. Sorry, Batman Forever, then Batman and Robin, and then Batman Begins. Sorry, my bad. So no, I don't think anything would have altered. I mean, those are two stains that will never be erased off the DC universe. Unfortunately, like nobody's ever going to stop joking about Mr. Freeze being played by Schwarzenegger. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. No matter how good fucking Schwarzenegger is, no matter how great his movies were in the past, that's one of the black eyes that he has in his acting career, and it just affects,
Well,
Batman.
the stupid part is like you have Schwarzenegger, who at that time was literally the biggest action box office draw. He was. He is what Dwayne Johnson is now, which is why Dwayne Johnson is the new Schwarzenegger. He's the highest paid actor in Hollywood. And period though, which is actually
Look, he
more
didn't
than
suffer from it. Obviously, we can agree. Like his career did not suffer from it, but it just ruined Batman.
Right. Well, see, what I was going to say was like, you have Schwarzenegger. Why is he Freeze? Why is he not Bane? You could have made him Bane. You
True.
could have found a way for Schwarzenegger to be fucking Bane. He was still jacked like to the gills. Like he was huge. You didn't need to make this. Remember? Oh my God, dude. When Bane is driving the limo
Oh,
with Ivy
no.
and she's like, I want to go to the event or whatever. And he goes, "Rrrr." Oh, it's
No, and her
so, Joe, do you know what we're talking about?
We should just make fun of that whole movie like one night.
Oh,
Uma Thurman's performance was so over the top. But the thing is, though, she's not a bad actress.
Yeah.
No.
Not the best. But the thing is,
It's
though,
Schumacher's
the
fault,
fucking
dude.
Director, exactly.
Oh,
He
That-
told them to be over the top. That's why Christensen?
Bale.
From fucking
Christopher Nolan did.
Star Wars. Star Wars Episode 2 and 3 is
Ice to freeze
Chris-
you.
Christensen, whatever, Hayden Christensen. His performance was shitty and over the top because George Lucas told him to do that. It's not that he's a bad actor; he's actually quite good, but it's the directors that fucked this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
You mean who played Obi, right?
No, I'm talking about who played
Anakin.
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 Anakin in the second and third movie.
Oh yeah, believe it or not, that's what I was
Hayden
talking
Christensen.
about.
Red Letter
Oh.
Media nailed it. You knew what you're talking about. And Red Letter Media the whole time nailed it. They said like, we never see these two guys really be friends. But they talk about like in the original movies, like, oh, he was an old friend. It's like
Right.
they insinuate it kind of, but you never even see it. Why wouldn't you see it in the prequels? It's like, why wouldn't you focus?
He was more friends with Qui-Gon than he was with Obi ever.
Yeah.
Hold on. How about this though? Let's consider the fact that despite it's not necessarily considered canon, or maybe it might be, but the animated series of Clone Wars sort of builds on the friendship that Obi-Wan and Anakin did have.
I didn't see
So
it.
it might not be featured in the movies, but it was sort of covered in certain things that are currently considered somewhat canon, I guess. And those series weren't bad at all, actually. They were quite good. Definitely worth checking out.
Well, I'm gonna start the show in a second here, and it sounds like we gotta get sounds here. So, nice shirt, Bailey.
And fuck
like
Joe
it.
Schumacher.
Yeah, fuck Joel Schumacher.
Who's here? Is that what it says?
Yeah, who?
Fucking Hoosiers. Why don't you go shoot up some people or something?
That's. Oh,
White-
you don't
white
say
piece
that.
of
What, did that happen in Indiana?
White piece
No,
of shit.
El Paso.
Oh,
20
no,
people
yeah, I know
dead.
about that
We'll
one.
talk
but
about
there's
that.
A few
We should-
streets this week.
We can talk about that on the show, I guess.
Yeah, I
It's
figured
fucked
we'd
up.
probably talk about that because
Can you hear this?
Mm. Well, thank you, Yankee Doodles, little balls. Little ball.
Wow, you heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah. I actually thought Dave was talking.
Racial issues.
So didn't Tommy see that time.
That's
That's why you're a drunk, you fucking drunk.
You're drunk. You never amount to anything.
And then I played the clip where you're like, well, I just thought we could maybe work together without problems, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, now, that's what you think, blah, blah, blah.
Well, now we know. My wife pays my bills.
Wow, dude. I was just looking at Joel Schumacher's because you were like, I actually believe it or not, did not-
Schumacher.
or Schumacher. I actually didn't know that he did Forever as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. What a.
You know
Oh,
what's
God,
fucked
I don't
up?
like. Just
Wow.
talking about him pisses me off.
He actually directed one of my favorite movies,
Yeah.
and it was right in between both of those Batmans. Do you guys know A Time to Kill, the movie?
A time
Yes,
to kill.
yes.
It's a book by Grisham,
Yep.
but
Yes.
it's got it's got fucking what's his name? It's got Samuel L. Jackson who plays
Yes, that's
the
who it
black
was.
guy.
Yep.
And then you got wow, why can I not
Tom
think
Cruise? No,
No.
it's not Tom Cruise in that one.
fucking plays in Dallas Buyers Club. He plays the guy in why can I think of this not thinking of this guy's name?
Are you talking about
Oh, I'm gonna
nuts,
look this up now.
Matthew McConaughey or whatever?
Yes, that's
Matthew
who I was thinking
McConaughey. That's
about.
exactly who I'm
That's
thinking
who I
about.
was thinking about.
Dude, I remember
And Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. I remember the commercials for it. Time to kill. Like, it was fucking crazy.
God damn it! And hey, you want to know a fun fact about that movie? Do you want to know one of the dudes that played the white guy that raped the little black girl?
Ugh.
Do you know who that guy was? That was the dude who played Percy from A Green Mile. The Green Mile.
Right. And then Donald
And-
Sutherland really raped her in real life.
No, but he also played the contortionist, the dude that we were talking about in the X-Files, the guy that harvested the livers.
Oh yeah.
He played him too. He was in A Time to Kill.
He was always a
Jay-
sick fuck.
But guys, to be quite honest, like what blows my mind is that Joel Schumacher actually isn't a bad director. I don't know why the fuck he fucked those two Batman movies up, but consider this. He did The Wiz. He did the movie The Wiz.
Yeah.
He did St. Elmo's Fire. He did The Lost Boys.
Lost Boys. Yeah.
Fucking Flatliners. That was
Yeah.
an amazing movie. Falling Down.
Dude,
The Client.
the Batman movies.
He did The Client?
Yes.
It's
He
the
did. That's another Grisham
the
film.
Batman movies are the
Yes.
exception. They're not the rule for Schumacher, for sure.
But those two movies just ruined my belief in his abilities. But obviously, like he's done great movies since. He did 8mm. He did Tigerland, Bad Company.
Did you guys-
Well, number 23 was a shit movie.
It's simple as this. He made the wrong decision.
Trespass.
He made the wrong decision and then did it. That's all. That's what
no,
happened.
but no, he
I
did
actually
so
didn't
much-
mind the number 23, to be honest with you. I actually thought it was pretty
Oh, it was
odd
so,
film.
to me, it was so bad. But like the thing is, though, he took so much creative control over the Batman movies that I think it killed what could have been extremely enjoyable. Only because he just wanted to make it kitsch or make it fucking campy or whatever, like return back to the 1960s sort of feel of Batman.
Did you guys watch all of those Grisham films in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like those were like huge movies.
Yeah.
Pelican Brief. Pelican Brief was
Well, the Pelican Brief's one of my favorite, but I actually love The Firm.
Yeah, The
Firm
Firm's
is-
cool.
The Firm
Really
was
good.
good. The Firm was very good.
The Firm is Harrison Ford, right?
No, it's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. All right, yeah. I haven't seen that since.
Well,
the
it's
90s.
also got he plays the movie Hoosiers.
that you love.
He was
that.
also in what Clint Eastwood's, what was the Western movie?
I've
can't
had
think of
multiple dudes.
anything.
Good, Bad, and Ugly. Are you
no.
talking about the old guy?
Yes,
the Bat.
yes.
Uh,
The guy that plays Billy, the bad guy.
In
yeah, he's
Stranger
a
Things?
famous American. actor.
Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman.
Oh no, that's not him then.
Well, Gene Hackman is the one I was thinking of from The Firm, but he's
In
all
The
Gene
Firm,
Hackman.
yes. Yeah.
Gene Hackman is the bad guy in the good, the bad, and the not the good, bad, and the ugly. But what was the one he made in the '90s with Morgan Freeman? Jesus
Tombstone?
Christ.
Oh, not Tombstone. What's it called?
It
No,
came
actually,
out.
that was Tombstone.
No, it wasn't Tombstone.
No,
it
it's
came
not-
out right before Tombstone.
Well, no, Tombstone was in the 90s, and it
Yeah.
was with him and
It
fucking
was.
Morgan Freeman, but maybe you're thinking of something else.
No, it wasn't a Tombstone. I'll tell you what it is because you see,
Tombstone?
you're
But
kind
you
of.
do understand that Tombstone fits those.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
I do.
It was
That's why I
close.
said it came out right before Tombstone because it was like
Okay, so-
Tombstone.
Unforgiven.
Oh, there you go. My bad. I knew it.
That
I wanna
okay?
be the
My
girl.
apologies. That's the movie I was thinking
Yeah,
about.
I knew
Yeah.
it was.
Unforgiven
That's why I
with
wasn't
Clint
going.
Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman, and that scene where Clint Eastwood gets into the bar and
Oh.
finds his friend outside in the coffin, and he just
He cleans up shop.
oh man, I get
You know-
I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
I've talked about that show Hell on Wheels a lot on through the years that we've done this show, or just done shows together. They actually do kind of a salute to that scene in Hell on Wheels in like the last season.
What is that?
Well, it's like it's a show that's based around the time when they were it was post Civil War and they were building the railroads and stuff like that.
Oh, nice. So it's like a cowboy type thing.
Well, yeah, it's a Cowboys and
Sweet.
Indians, and then it also deals with like the blacks and the whites having to build together and work. Because remember, after the war, a lot of guys had lost their families. They didn't have homes anymore, so they had to make a living, and they were living on this camp that built the railroad called Hell on Wheels. But anyways,
Bills, okay. And that's on. Do you
Leah.
know if it's on Netflix?
yeah, it is actually. It is on Netflix.
Sweet.
Leah,
How
please
Long
say
Bills. I'm gonna
something.
check that out.
Hello.
All right.
I- Hey,
want to make sure
I
your
love
levels
those.
are right.
I love those period pieces. Love them.
Well,
And this
he
sounds
act-
like an amazing story.
Yeah, there's a scene. Well, if you're gonna watch it, I won't even tell you. I'll just let you experience it. It's a fucking great show,
I'll
man.
let you
Hey
experience
man,
something.
I'm always up for spoilers because to me it's all about the experience. I could know that, like, again, like you watch a movie about a historical aspect, you know how it's gonna end. Yeah, we free the slaves or we fucking defeat the Nazis, but like,
What movies are those?
just the experience of going through that, I think, is,
Right.
like, you're not gonna watch Band of Brothers and think, well, who's gonna win, the Nazis or the Americans? Of course, you
Yeah,
don't.
well,
But
you'll
just
you'll
sit
love
through
it.
because
If-
okay.
If you love period pieces, you're gonna love. What's also got what's his name? Colin something. He was actually on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He was actually in.
A Colm.
Yeah, it's Colm something. Colin Colm
Cum
something.
soup.
It's Colm.
Cum
But
soup.
remember, he was in TNG in like a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
it's-
when they launched Deep Space Nine, he was like a mainstay for a while.
Well, it was
I think
Chief-
he was raped
Chief
and killed.
O'Brien. Chief O'Brien.
He's now dead.
Colm Mac.
I really can't remember honestly.
He was also in Mystery Alaska.
I'll look it up.
Remember Mystery Alaska when his wife is banging someone else?
No.
You don't remember that?
Colmini. Colmini.
That
Colmini.
movie's great.
He's also been in a bunch of like Irish period pieces and stuff like in the BBC and like shows that have aired on HBO and stuff. And like he always plays like the typical Irish, tough guy and stuff.
Well, he's got that look down to a pet. Oh,
you
dude!
guys want me to start the
Joe.
show? Do you want me to start the show, or are you guys gonna nerd out
Yeah,
more?
I mean,
I
go
thought
ahead.
you were starting already. I'm
No.
nerding out.
No, this
if
is
you
this
don't,
ain't
we'll keep
corrupted.
going.
This is nerdgasm. What do you want, Bailey? What's up?
No, I was just gonna say. You remember we were talking about Con Air all the time. He's
Yeah.
the guy that drives the fucking car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. I love that
Okay,
guy.
start the show.
He goes, this situation needs to get unfucked right now.
So you were right. 1:30.
I want a buddy movie with him and Steve Buscemi. Please make
Oh
it
my
happen.
God. That would
Where's
be a
the button?
white as hell movie.
This is Corrupted. The Corrupted Podcast.
Welcome to the Corrupted Podcast, episode 111. I'm here with Justin Bailey, Dave Rose, Leah, and me. And someday we'll get these older episodes back up on iTunes. But I owe Podbean $380 and kind of want them to go fuck themselves.
Jesus, has it climbed up that high now?
Well, it's like they won't let me pay. I always paid the $20 a month. And to reactivate it, I guess it's like a penalty thing that you have to pay up front. So I would get 2 years if I paid the $380, but I don't want to do that. So I've been emailing them like, hey, can you set it back to monthly and I'll come back? I don't owe you $380. I paid every month. I don't owe money. They're just not allowing me to do the monthly program. They're only allowing.
That's what I do. I do $14.99.
Yeah, but they're saying
That's
like,
weird.
no, we don't have that option. You have to pay for the 2 years. But there's no other option. Every time I sign in, it directs me to that spot. And so I've been emailing them.
I'll just forward you my Podbean receipt and be like, look, my fucking buddy, he gets it done. I want it too.
Yeah, fuck them. I mean, they're not getting, like, what the fuck, 2 years paid up front? I'm not doing that if I had the money.
Stripe tried to do that to me, right? You remember the whole Stripe gate or whatever?
Yeah, they're criminals. I'm banned from Stripe, actually.
They're claiming that I'm $73, like, in the hole with them.
Yeah.
Like, how? Stripe is exactly like what Patreon is. Why would I owe them money? So,
Right.
Because remember, everybody, when they first started doing the Stripe thing through Podbean.
Oh, you got
everybody
chargebacks. That's what happened. You got a chargeback, I bet.
Well, they
Yeah.
can charge back my fucking cock.
Yeah, because they're scumbags. Not only are they scumbags like that, but they're also the ones that they backed out of multiple websites because what was it? What's the one? Not Gab. I think it's Gab, right? They were the ones who processed credit cards on Gab.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were.
Oh!
They also processed Dave Cullen's stuff, and they took their stuff away from both of them because they're right-wing people and whatever. And they're not even like they're not bad people. Like Dave Cullen, while he is a conservative,
He's not even right wing. He's a center. He's like liberal.
I know,
Libertarian.
but they took their thing away from him. Like, dude, how is that not a lawsuit that you're like, hey, we don't like your views? And he's not sitting there saying hateful, like, racist stuff. He's sitting there saying, like exposing stuff and giving his opinion on things. He's not doing anything bad. Like, and Stripe and all these places won't process
Well,
his
to be
payments.
honest, there's a lot of actual legitimate journalists who have exposed certain things like this tech bias, and they've been banned from social media.
Yep.
Like, it's clear that this information is something they don't want getting out.
And it's also clear this.
I want to be the girl.
God, that is so strange, dude.
That's Leah's ringtone now.
That's Leah's buddy.
I want to be the girl.
Ugh.
I can see Leo walking up to him with a pistol, pointing it to his head, and pulling the trigger without any remorse.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
What the fuck?
Am I
shit.
saying something that's untrue?
No, it's just wow.
Is she here?
Who, Leah?
Oh, okay.
She's the female John Wick. You know, you might not want to fuck with her.
Any minute she'll come out of nowhere, and she'll come out of nowhere.
Stab you with a pencil.
Leo, if you remember, Leah was very
break
talkative
you down
last week.
mentally.
I'll break you down mentally. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Well, that's what women
I've
do.
had multiple dudes.
You know, every time I hear that soundbite start, I actually think he's about to say something like,
Yeah.
He's just like, oh,
I actually thought he was speaking.
Yeah, it sounds just like me. Sounds just like me. It's perfect. Oh boy. So what happened with you motherfuckers today? Because I don't know what. I just woke up. Like we took the kids out to my mom's house, so we're alone right now with no kids, and we didn't even do anything. I think we both just passed
Oh, they're
out.
staying there overnight, eh?
Yeah, but I think we needed one more night. I feel like because tonight we just went and
You
passed
do
out.
what me and Keish do literally every Saturdays. We'll go drop the kids off at my mom and dad's at like 5. We'll come back home. We'll sit down on the couch, like watch a movie. 20 minutes later, we're asleep.
Let's sleep. Yeah,
Ah.
exactly. Let's just go to sleep. We got a quiet house.
That's what happened, right, Leo?
Is it a long weekend for you
No,
guys?
Well, yeah, that's not what happened today, but
No.
it happens every single weekend with us, though. Because my mom and dad always take them on Saturday night. It's the same story.
Wow.
We'll go to Starbucks, like get coffees or something, or come home and just try to like do something. The second we sit down, it's like, we're done. We're done.
That's funny.
We're not. We don't remember what that silence is like anymore when you sit down and you don't have like in your face the whole time. I tell you what, it's been a little liberating this week in a way with me being home by myself for a week.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I don't handle bachelorism very well anymore.
So it's not a long weekend for you guys, eh?
I don't know.
No.
Is it? I don't know shit about America.
No, it's not a long weekend.
Okay, because it is one up here. So
We just
We just-
spent all this time watching the shooting thing today. We were like, let's just watch this all day long. And all I heard all day about 7,000 times was white male, white male, white male, white male, white male. Now, when the black guy killed the DC cops and said he was looking to kill white people,
Never in the article. Never.
No, I'm talking about CNN. They weren't like the whole broadcast. Black male, a black male, a black male. Today,
Of course
dude,
not.
we were watching CNN. Every second they were like white male, white male. Now, normally I wouldn't care because I'd just be like, oh, they're just describing the guy so everybody knows. Because people are all gonna ask, like, what was he? What? Like, but I just remember all the other shootings with the non-white males. They don't say like.
Well, they try to claim it was a white male at that garlic festival that shot people up, but he was Iranian.
It's like, dude, I already know that. I honestly know
Are
that.
you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did try to do that. Yeah,
I read an article today.
white people
that-
are the worst, so you don't have to tell me, over and over again. I get
I
it.
read an article today that there's been 3 mass shootings in the past 7 days, and that they were all done by white males.
That's what they're claiming. But the thing is, though, even though apparently this guy
Probably true.
that was arrested for today's El Paso shooting, there was 3 shooters, by the way, not one. And
Really, they diffused that. Did that?
They said there was only one.
You notice that, although police will report things initially and say, okay, we've got suspects in custody, eventually the story just narrows down to, oh, we've got this one guy. The one guy that they do have is Hispanic. Okay, he's not white.
That doesn't
So-
even make sense. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, he's white.
Well, no,
There's
let me.
one-
Okay, well, I'll have to get you the information. But as soon as I saw it shooting in El Paso, I thought to myself, okay,
Yeah, but
they're going to try to start to spin the narrative. So let's start taking screenshots and start, following this stuff. So, Leah, you talk about listening to police scanners and stuff. I love that stuff. And I was listening, and there were reports of multiple shooters, about 3, and that they had mentioned that they had taken multiple suspects into custody. So,
Okay, can
I
I
just
just
find-
explain that?
sure.
First of all, I do listen to a lot of scan. Like, I find it interesting, just even when there's not an active thing going on, I like listening to it. It's just kind of like, I don't know, like you hear what's going on around the places,
You're an eavesdropper.
Kind of, yeah. So like every single time information is wrong because it's a chaotic situation.
Right.
And they can take suspects into custody, multiple suspects into custody. People that they suspect could be the person. Doesn't mean they are.
No,
So
I agree.
Yeah, so even if they did have 3 suspects in the beginning, it doesn't mean that there was 3 shooters. These are 3 people that they suspected could be the perpetrator.
Yeah, I don't think the 3-man argument's going to do well, but what will do well is the media's coverage of this. Chili Cheese Jay brought up a good point in the chat. He says everyone in the world should die. No, I'm just kidding. No, he didn't
Well,
say that.
I'm,
No, hold
I'm
on.
waiting for that meteor to hit us and just eliminate life.
It might be coming based on the trajectory of what we saw. But Chili Cheese Day says what's fucked up is the media is covering what happened in El Paso. Is that they're usually like, well, let's not put his name, let's not say his name, like all that stuff. But now
Very true.
they're pumping it out there like crazy. I want somebody, and listen, this is not me.
But they do that every time. They're
no,
like, let's
but-
not
No,
say
they
his
don't.
name.
No,
Yes,
it
they-
they
depends.
don't.
It
No, they do
depends.
that. Yeah, they
Gosh,
know, but
depends.
not this time. This time they're saying his name left and right, and they're like white male, white male.
It's
Do you know how many
everywhere.
times CNN said white male today? I wish I was black so that I didn't seem like I was looking out. I'm not
Every
doing that.
article I read has his name,
There's
his white male his white male classification, and his picture of him entering the mall.
guys.
Every article.
We do have to be fair, though, is that the fact that right now there's a guy that was recently charged with serial killing, murder of 6 white people. He'd constantly be going on about, I want to kill white people and so forth. Media is totally silent. I think he was given 16 years in prison for this sort of thing. So it's really not that much. But like, again, you've got a situation like this where somebody's actually saying, I want to kill white people. I want white people dead. The media doesn't cover it. But then, you've got a situation like this where, again, like Leah was mentioning, there's information that may not be accurate. I'll disagree with certain things. But again, we don't know all the facts. But even still, the media, like JB is saying, is bleeding out certain terms like, oh, white man. But why aren't we hearing about some of these other instances where, oh, it was a black man? Because I believe that the media is trying to pump up some sort of racial division amongst all of us by only showing one side of all these crimes that are going on.
No, that's the thing that's clear. Like, you cannot argue that CNN wants black people and white people and Hispanic people at war. Like, that is not even, you can't even debate that now because
It's
you
all
can
media.
go.
It's Fox, it's CNN, it's CBS,
No, I know.
it's
You're
NBC.
right.
It's every single motherfucking one of those.
Nope. Fox is a
outlets.
damn fine news organization.
Shut up, Rush Limbaugh.
That's not fair.
No, it's just like, man, these motherfuckers, dude. Like, it's like they really want this because there's no way they wouldn't. You can, and anybody who disagreed could go watch any of the other shootings and count how many times today they said what they said, and then count how many times they describe other people that way. They don't do it. They stay away from it.
I want to quickly mention this. Despite my conservative or right-leaning beliefs, because
I'm gay.
I detested war and said so on your show. Recently, I got criticism in the comments of one of your episodes saying, "Oh, Dave, says he's not an SJW, but he's acting like one and virtue signaling." And I was talking about the fact that war fucking sucks, and nobody really wants it if they're a good person. So it's hilarious how some people will misconstrue your views or your beliefs and say, oh, well, therefore you're this type of person. It's just it blows my mind. It blows.
Well, we all know how sensitive you are to the chat.
Maybe, but I mean, even still,
I'll tell you something. You know what really bothers me is after this whole shooting thing happened, I'm on Twitter, and yes, the shooting itself makes me very, very upset. And I will say that on a lighter note, being upset is all the people tweeting out, all these fucking black people who are constantly tweeting like, this is the one thing that the world doesn't want you to know is that white supremacists are the #1 fucking terrorists in the United States. All these fucking black people are putting this out there to do nothing but brainwash more black people into thinking that white people are just the sole evil of all of the United
Welcome
States.
to being a Muslim, Bailey.
well, statistically,
That doesn't even make any sense.
It doesn't?
What do you mean?
Are we forgetting?
Give me an
the
instance.
Pulse
That makes
nightclub?
no sense. Nothing. What do you mean? What does that mean? That's what it feels like to be a Muslim. No, it doesn't.
JB's correct.
That's not. Nobody's doing that.
Please respond.
Like nobody is going. Muslims are the #1 evil in the world. I don't say that.
No, because you'll get accused of
I'll be Islamophobic.
Exactly.
Islamophobic.
But then again, are we forgetting
Not 10
the
years ago.
Pulse nightclub shooting, or Fort Hood, or San Bernardino?
And you know what's fucked up is there was an article on Facebook. One of my friends shared it, and she shares this page, and I can't even remember. It was like something United. I can't remember what it was. They post, dude. I gotta find it. It's gonna drive me fucking shit like crazy.
These gringos are loco, man. The gringos are loco now. What the fuck?
Listen to this headline. Hang on. Listen to this.
No, it was Muslim people from 01 to 2012 were just destroyed. So,
Joe, you never did.
true.
I'm gonna resend this to you. We'll talk about this a little bit later on. This would be a great topic. I meant to send it before, or I think I sent it last night, but we never got around to it. But I gotta find. Here it is. Found it. So, listen to this headline. This was shared by ILF's United. I don't know, some fucking Democrat page. And the the headline reads, El Paso shooter identified online as Trump supporter who didn't like race mixing. So that's the headline. By the way, people have already done the backtracking on this. This dude was actually a registered Democrat.
That's true.
Registered Democrat. So the Trump supporter thing is legitimate.
But just read his thing. He says he's not.
Hold on.
Read his thing.
Anti-Israel.
Yeah. In his manifesto, he says he criticizes both political parties.
Yep.
Fact.
Yeah, and he goes, and he even says the media will do this.
He does not like race mixing. He did say that.
No, he's definitely got a race thing, dude. Listen, this guy's a paranoid schizophrenic. That's what it is. He's got
he
paranoia.
Doesn't like Israel, and we've got Ilhan Omar, for example, that's pushing, or that other woman, I can't remember her name, Tolubi, again, like really pushing some hard. And again, I'm not pro, like Israel taking American money and waging wars and forcing America to fight its battles. But like, you got to be honest, though, like the commentary from these individuals is very vitriolic. Like they are attacking Israel and anyone that, might support them.
Well, I have to throw this in real quick, Dave, because one of the things about this, and like this article here, once you scroll down, there's multiple other articles that the same page posted. So that was like a hook. Then they post like 6 or 7 of these. Headline, most of America's terrorists are white, not Muslim. Next headline, the white face of domestic terrorism. Third headline, most domestic terrorism comes from white supremacists, according to FBI.
That's actually false. I've got all the facts.
No, it is false because, and the best part about this, there's a guy, I got to give credit to actually it's a chick named Christina Blackwell, and she debunks all of the articles and says wrong, actually registered as a Democrat. Get your facts straight, bitches.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's not homework.
Here's the thing, though. It's not about Republican or Democrat. He actually,
I agree.
In his manifesto, he does say this. It doesn't matter who he's affiliated with. He's a crazy person. That's all there is. And you know what? This is just going to make people angry because here's what's going to happen now. Now they're saying the guy's a white Trump supporter. That's not true. But that's what's going to go around. And he was right. He wrote it in the manifesto. This murderer is actually right, more smart than any of the people that are criticizing this stuff. And he killed a bunch of people.
Guys, remember the shooter in New Zealand, Whitechurch, New Zealand, where he shot up a mosque and
yeah.
Christchurch. It was Christchurch, not Whitechurch.
Sorry, Christchurch.
Church.
He ends up actually saying in his manifesto that he wants to push for harsher gun control and all these things that are basically the opposite of what a typical Trump supporter would be, in support of. So it's very funny that this individual who supposedly did these crimes and stuff is touting the total opposite of what the media is saying that he supports. So there's, what the media, like whoever it is that's fucking reporting the media, they're not concerned with the truth. There's no such thing as a journalist anymore. It's just a bunch of fucking repeaters that just read what they're told.
They arrested this guy like he was a god.
Vegas shooting. Why do you guys think that most of the Vegas shooting evidence and stuff like that has been scrubbed from the internet?
Because something's going on there.
Still don't have a goddamn fucking motive for it.
Once they found out that this person was a huge Trump hater and a registered Democrat, and that this was at one point this was being classified as a payback, like wanted to go to a country concert and kill a bunch of Trump supporting fucking hicks. This has been completely scrubbed, dude. The footage of him at Hillary Clinton rallies have been scrubbed from YouTube. You can't find him.
So he was there?
He was confirmed.
Wow.
And they fucking scrubbed him from YouTube.
There you go. That's exactly why they're not talking about that. We've been trying to figure out why they didn't talk about the Vegas thing. And by the way, this is going to create more people like this.
On Facebook, it's gone.
The Pulse shooter's father appeared at a Clinton rally literally like 2 weeks after the fucking shoot up.
Yeah.
But I will say this: although we're doing this, this is kind of a bad time to do this. We're just trying to make the point that when it's one-sided, it's heavily, it's heavily in favor by the media. And when it's one side, it's started to be scrubbed, it's washed away, and people forget. And then they post this stuff like I was just saying.
Let
on
me
Facebook.
give you the other side though.
Well, I just real quick, Joe. I just want to say, I prayers, good thoughts, vibes, whatever to all the people in El Paso. I know that's fake to say sometimes, but I legitimately mean it for all the families in El Paso. It
Dude,
sucks,
that's disgusting. Like what happened? I wish like somebody. Why didn't somebody
it's
have a gun?
horrible.
Like why didn't somebody have a gun? Like
Well,
somebody
they
couldn't
did.
have shot
They
somebody.
did.
God
Actually,
damn it!
yeah, that's something
A couple
that
of
the media's
people that
not
did
covering.
have weapons were
A
shot.
black man saved a bunch of kids because of the fact that he actually had a carry.
Two people who were killed had carry. So
Wow.
he probably was targeting people. Here's my thing: is they said there was multiple shooters.
Yes.
I believe that people who had concealed carry or open carry
Fired back and they missed.
fired back and missed, and I think they were targeted. He's going to go. I can't believe this nerd fuck was able to kill that many people. I mean, I believe it,
No.
but it's like
He was pretty
Multiple
smart if you read his
shooters.
manifesto.
No,
He
there
was
was
crazy.
multiple shooters. You can't accomplish that with the number of firearms.
You
that
can
had.
with an
Sorry.
AK-47. Yeah, you can. You have two guns.
I mean, Dave, I love you.
Look at the
You
guy.
walk into a
Look,
Walmart.
The guy is
no,
not trained to be able to
It
hold
doesn't
down.
matter. You walk into
Yes,
Walmart with a
if he was
semi-automatic.
trained, he would have killed 60 people. That's what would
Well, where
happen.
did the other guy come from then? Because there's multiple witnesses talking about him walking in the front door, and they have video.
Yeah, the guy
and
walked
the
in.
pictures and the videos are on
There's-
the internet
there's
of him
multiple-
alone coming in the
because-
video.
Because there's multiple entrances to the Walmart.
Yeah, but he dumbly went dumbly. I just want to use that word. It's not a word.
Dumbly.
I just want to use dumbly. I love it. But it's not a word, but it's fun. But no,
It is now.
He
We're
dumbly
making it one. I like it.
went into the shot people in the parking lot before entering the building, alerting people, and that's what caused several people to run in after him to yell, "There's a gun coming in the building!" Like, so it was like, why did he? What a dumbass! Like, for as far as that goes, that's a little weird.
I was watching Fox today.
I was watching Fox News today. What are you, Alex
I was watching
Jones?
Fox, and they were talking about reptilians.
Kind of retarded.
I'm kind
I'm
of
a dickhead.
for watching Fox News. But I was laying on the couch. I actually fell asleep around like 9 o'clock, but I was watching it, and they were talking about how two people were said to have had, concealed carry, and they were firing at the shooter. And I don't know if they both died. I think one of them did.
Wow.
But yeah, like, see, the thing is, that's what I believe. I've led to believe that they think there was multiple shooters, and now they said that he was the only one.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not saying you're wrong, Dave. It's very possible that this is so early for something this
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, we
As a
can't
matter of
judge.
fact, I don't know if you guys heard, they actually are not allowed to get rid of the bodies within the Walmart because it's still considered a part of the investigation. So families haven't even gotten the bodies of their family. Now
But
it's
I think that's pretty
it's
typical.
I know, but it's 2:00 in the morning. They might have taken them out by now. I don't know, but
I think
It-
JB's just talking about the horror that the families might be experiencing right
Yeah.
now. The fact that
Yeah,
you know,
well, I
they
mean,
know
one
their loved members,
I've-
loved ones are there dead.
I've seen people on Twitter putting out pictures like, we can't find my so-and-so, like, not at the hospitals, not at the reunification, and they're not saying anything. And so,
That's
so
the
it's
worst. That's ridiculous. Like,
like, one lady
called
ran.
Keith today, and I was like, because they're not here, and little shit like this freaks me out when I'm home alone and they're off on vacation, and I hear about a fucking mass shooting. And yeah, granted it's in Texas, but it's like,
mass
I
shooting
mean,
in Myrtle
like,
Beach.
could you imagine if like they had been in that Walmart getting stuff for like the condo? That shit fucks me really bad. Really
No,
messed me up today.
It's
Yeah.
these sad situations that makes you realize what's valuable in life. So I mean, I can't blame you for wanting to.
And usually I
follow
can go
up
into
and
the
say,
other
like,
room.
I love
Like-
you.
Exactly. Like I can usually go into the other room, grab Gavin and Aaron, and be like, "Oh, I got the kids here, and Keach be here in the chair with me." But it's like they're not here, and I'm like alone. Not to get all fucking mopey, but it's true. I don't like.
No,
get
I don't do well
really
with it. I
fucking
start-
spooked by this.
I
shit.
start drinking. Like, if Leah left for more than a whole day or something, I'd be at home like pounding beers.
That's why I didn't drink tonight. That's why I'm drinking Gatorade, because I've drank all fucking week because I've just been like a depressed fucking faggot. I mean, it just don't. I don't like, dude. I don't handle like the Bachelor thing well.
How long have they been away for?
They've been gone since Sunday night,
Wow.
or Monday
So what week?
morning, Sunday. What?
Almost a whole week, I guess.
Yeah, they won't be back till Monday.
Yeah, I can see how you're, hurting to have your family back.
It sucks especially with this that just happened. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
it's really fucking getting to me.
Imagine
Like,
the people whose family isn't coming home.
See, that's why I
no.
wanted to apologize. Like, because I kept saying, I know I'm sounding like a mopey, depressed faggot. I actually have a family coming to me, but like, I don't, dude. That shit freaks me out. I don't.
They might make it home. Are they flying?
Dude, just stop. I don't even want to do that.
Yeah, dude. When I came, I was only gone 3 days at WrestleMania, and I've told this story a million times, but I was desperate to get home. Like, my anxiety was full up. Like, it wasn't when I left.
Well, that's what happens when you room with Tommy.
Well, honestly, JD was the worst one. He was like a disconnected, weird dude who was self-absorbed. Like, I can't even explain to you. This guy was all about himself. I was trying to do fun stuff with him and be cool with him, and we did have fun, but pretty much anything he talked about was about himself. Like, he didn't talk about like a normal person. Like, I'm not kidding. So when Tommy showed up, I was like, oh God, a human. Like even though Tommy's kind of crazy.
That's bad when that's your, thank God he's here.
Well, when you're exposed to hobbits all day, I'm sure that you're desperate to interact with a actual human.
It's true.
Could you imagine JD has those fucking bare, hairy feet walking around the apartment?
He does. He does have hairy feet.
Don't doubt it.
He does have very hairy feet.
What? Oh, he was walking around this.
He's
fucking
Italian,
house.
dude.
Have you seen him? Like, I mean,
he's hairy every.
except his hair. He's losing his hair. It's a fucking hobbit.
No, it's just migrating.
I hope he's a patron. Fuck you. Oh boy, what'd you think about the show emanating from 5 different locations last night, everybody?
Oh my God.
Monetize this there and everywhere.
It actually ended up being a pretty good show.
It was
It
okay.
did.
For it being
It was actually a
disconnected.
very good show.
You knew it was going to be weird though whenever we have, because I thought the week before was like, an epic show. So whenever you have one of those, the week after is always kind of like a, whew, like. And
Well, it's hard. You can't top shit like that. You just
that's
No, but
why, yeah.
Here's the thing I also think is that it sort of forced a lot of people to like bring up their game. So like Troy joined us, we had Leah, like it was a full house. Like, you know, as soon as like you got hit, like people stepped up and they fucking they
that's
made
true.
the show good.
You got to give it up for Jason Tarr, man. I don't know what would have happened without him, because there weren't a lot of donations, but a lot of that was because we were going down, we were coming up, and people didn't know what Twitch is and all that shit. But Jason Tarr, man, he dropped like $500 or $400 or something.
Yeah, you ended up winning the night, I believe.
Yeah, he really that guy saved life last night.
How
That was
many
crazy.
how many views has the Monetize This stream on your Evil Spectrum channel gotten?
I don't even know right now. Probably
That video's
1,000.
down. I haven't seen any video there. I have to
Oh
watch
yeah,
it.
I'm sorry. I got to explain this. Yeah. You know what happened? We got hit with a copyright on the Evil Spectrum one. So that came down.
Really?
Yeah.
It.
That came down for the song That's the Way I Like It. That's the way, It was a copyright strike or whatever.
Well, my stream is still up
Yeah,
and
it's still up.
It's
There's
going
people
strong,
there.
Joe. It's actually got 1,400 views.
You probably
A lot of
weren't.
comments too.
You probably weren't streaming when that song was played.
Well, I will say this: someone in the comments section, Ryan Pelletier, which he's been a long time listener,
That's cool.
he actually said if it wasn't for this, he said I would have had to have missed the show.
Yeah.
So us streaming from not just Spectrum and my channel and Twitch actually ended up being really. I knew if we would have just put it on my channel or whoever's channel, because there is an audience, they don't even acknowledge Twitch.
They don't like
I
Twitch,
never
yeah.
used to.
Exactly.
So me going live on the YouTube, on the YouTube, and me going live over there actually gave that crowd something to have. It's somebody like Ryan.
Your
You know.
chat was full, dude.
Oh, the chat. Yeah, at one point there was 120 people in there.
Yeah. I just didn't
On my
want to.
channel.
I didn't want to get another thing taken down or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay off YouTube then. That's why I did that.
Well, here's the thing though. Next week I think is going to be even more interesting
Why is that?
Why?
because I want to see how long this goes on for,
What?
because it's this flagging.
Well, hopefully not again.
Well, I'm just saying, It happened once and it worked, and I don't think they're going to stop.
Well,
Wow,
and I say that we
that's-
start a GoFundMe, and we
Why don't
start
you just
to,
encourage it some
go off
more? I
the
guess.
list.
I mean, like,
We're on the Patreon. If they fucking pay to hear this show, and the same person that pays to hear this fucking show is taking your videos down, then we can literally start the investigation and start nailing people down.
No, here's what we do. We go into the dark web. We recruit a mercenary,
Oh, God, here.
and first we take out Vikings fan, and then
Oh.
we see whether or not there are any flags. And then as more flags continue, we continue to go through the list and eliminate those that are potentially those that are causing the flags.
well, I'm just gonna sue the YouTube.
Eventually, it's going to cost very cheap. Like the more that you pay for a certain service, the cheaper it'll get. So I mean, hey, you might be able to kill 10 people for
Okay,
Wow.
$100.
let's calm down here.
there'll be another take you down right there.
We're not even safe behind the paywall.
Maybe JB did it so he could get people on his channel.
Yeah, I needed some way to get subscribers. I'm not cutting it with my garbage sports
It
show.
was me, Austin.
Yeah.
It was me.
You know what's can I say something real quick in reference to what happened last night?
Yeah, say some more damaging stuff. Go ahead.
This all heel network guy says
Elgato in the chat goes, great idea, Dave Rose. Anybody else have a retarded plan?
all heel network. The fact that Joe retweeted this is actually even more weird.
I retweeted
but-
so people could just go after him.
Okay, but the fact that it says "I'm not kidding, bro" until you address this shit with Jake and his racial comments on both Monday and Tuesday, I will have a sign, camera side center, and I have to throw you under the this dude spells like a fucking Iranian or something. I have to throw you under your bus if you don't do it. It's going to say Joe Cronin is a racist. I don't want to. What a line to throw in right at the end.
I don't want to do it.
I don't.
Yeah. What are you, a terrorist? Like, I don't want to have to kill all these people, but if you don't give me my fucking...
Yeah, sounds like a crazy person who's like on a bus with guns like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, it's like Lieutenant Hummel in fucking The Rock.
No, but they pointed it out yesterday. This guy's like 2 or 3 followers.
I know who it really is, though. Yeah, he has like a lot more than that, the real guy.
Really?
Yeah, he's a long-time listener, kind of.
God
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
putting me into this position.
Yeah.
Yo, send me a link to the video so I can see who's
So I think...
talking.
I was upset because I really wanted to move on from all that stuff, and Jake fucking... What Jake said, I was just like, what? Like, it's happening... Why is it happening here? Like, oh, no. Like, I was kind of shocked by what Jake said, because I was like, what? Because I didn't want to... I don't know. I was kind of mad, to be honest.
Did you get the same shit when Drew did what he did?
No.
So where's the hypocrisy?
I think it's
coming
because
from? Like,
I think it's because it was a wrestling show. It's a different thing. Like, there's people that watch that.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know, but the bottom with me, I just couldn't believe. Like, I was like, oh no, like, no, this is continuing. But on top of that, I couldn't believe Jake said it, so I was shocked. If you look at my face, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm actually like shocked. But I'm like, okay, I get what he's saying, but and then I'm like, oh, whatever. Okay, but that's
Isn't it funny how you've got black people defending you, and then you've got like people that aren't black that are basically demanding that you apologize for people?
Well, because one thing is true, white people right now are there's a lot of mentally ill white people. There's just so many. I mean, seriously,
Yes.
there's so many of them.
Yes, there is.
So many obsessive people who like, I deserve this, and it's all the people from the suburbs.
It's the white savior syndrome. It's like, oh, these, black people are too dumb to think for themselves, so I'm going to think for them, and I'm going to tell you what they think.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Well, also a lot of these white people grew up in like the suburb areas, and like their life isn't working out. They were always given a trophy, so they have no idea what the fuck to do. And a lot of the black people maybe had to work for their shit that are working at good jobs or whatever they're working at. They had to like work through some shit, and so they're not like fucking bored and mommy left them alone while she was banging the neighbor. So like they actually have a brain, so they're like, nah, fuck that. I'm not gonna believe that bullshit. So like they're actually smarter, street smarter. And these white people are fucking, caught up in like delusional video game land, and that's the truth. Like that's if you want to talk about white people, that's the problem with white people right now.
Dude, this
Liberal
thread
rights.
on Twitter is unbelievable. Like, this is great stuff, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you bring this up.
Well, I've looked at a lot of shit. What are you talking about? Though?
Oh, he's talking about the guy that claims that you gotta give an apology
Oh,
to
yeah.
all
Right.
black people. Like he
threat-
literally says, you've got to apologize to black people. You
I
got to
do.
address this. to
No.
African
Listen.
Americans."
The thread following this. Listen to this. I hated what he said more than Drew because Jake made idiotic justifications for Drew and even made a N-star GGER joke of his own the next night. This thread goes on, and for some reason, right at the very end, Luke Rojas says, as a horrible racist myself, I can tell that neither Drew or Jake are racist. Standing over that, man, that's a line and a half right
Oh
there.
my god, dude!
Could you imagine? Now, listen, everybody, we all love Drew. He's a good dude. He tries a little hard sometimes, like a lot of times, but Drew has really good intentions. He's not a racist. But the fact that somebody will sit here and say that, not even be offended by what Drew did, but Jake trying his best to make a joke. I still haven't heard it, so I would like to be able to hear it. He's more offended by with what Jake was trying to do and making a joke as opposed to Drew just saying, I'm going to tell you what, you fucking N-word. Like, it's like, whoa, where's the punchline?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, come
yeah,
on.
Yeah, it goes on and on.
None
and
of the
on.
jokes to me worked well, so that's why I was like, oh, like I was just kind of like, well, like I got that they were supposed to be jokes, and they certainly weren't as bad as what I said 5 years ago. But
Right.
on my own show 5
You
years
didn't
ago,
even bring up what you said. That's the fucked up. No, I'm not trying to bring you
I
down.
don't want to
too, but
bring it
like-
up.
But like, he's not even.
Oh, the Coop the comedian part thing.
JB,
Yeah.
your hat's straight. Okay, you don't have to keep adjusting it.
I know it's a thing.
I'm not looking at his video because it drives me nuts to stare at him.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
Well, you know, but yeah, I mean, no, I got a lot of messages from a lot of like the black listeners.
I have to ask you. I have to ask.
None of the white listeners. They were just mad.
What drives you nuts about staring at my camera? Exactly.
I'm just joking. I'm just
The chalkboard.
No, I
that drive
think
you
I
nuts
think I
'cause
was
that
just I
no
was
actual
like
word?
all the nights to have a camera. It's the night we don't need cameras. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. Well, it was still on from when I
That-
called though.
I know that's I was just joking.
I should.
Yeah, I was
just
enjoying
didn't-
watching JB.
Yeah, maybe Leah's masturbating right now.
Get a good
Oh,
camera.
Jesus.
Maybe
Well,
Leah's rubbing her little
this
hole.
camera is actually the camera Joe suggested to me 4 years ago,
Wow.
and I quit using it after I did TBTI, and I whipped it out.
Remember when that guy brought your TBTI sign?
2 people did.
Who was it? It was someone we know.
One
I
of them
forget.
was still here. TMA. He watches your
yeah,
show.
TMA is a good guy.
By the way, I put a link in the chat there, Skype chat, of a very funny video that you might want to play.
They were bad. They were bad jokes. I will say that though. So that's why I was like, ugh, because Jake and Drew aren't usually the jokey types. Jake does get some funny
That's
ones in
a
there.
good point.
Jake
That's
is
a good
funnier
point.
than Drew though. I will say that. Like Drew's funnier than Jake.
Oh my God! You just said that.
Yeah,
like,
I don't.
Jake is funnier than Drew. Like when he
I
lands.
actually cannot agree with that.
Wait,
no,
no.
chance.
I think Drew's a little funnier, but
Yeah, I do.
Have you heard Jake on the Monday
both
Night
suck.
Reviews?
they both suck.
They both do suck. I will say that.
God, we really are burying these guys.
Well, they deserve it. I mean, they're
Here's
average
the
white people.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
They're white.
Is I think that these guys, I think naturally, Dave, Dan, myself, even Leah, jokes, and sometimes when you're not even making a joke, you can just make a funny comment. It's a natural wit, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, some people just and this is not me blowing all this here. Some people just aren't. Some people just aren't born with that natural wit to throw a comedic line out. And
I love you, JB.
To
but
drop
Leah
the M-bomb.
is 10 million times funnier than Jake and Drew put together. and but the thing
Effortlessly, it's funny.
is Drew is so much funnier than Jake. And I'll tell you why. Because
By accident.
Drew is so unfunny that he's at his best when he's bombing. And
Yeah.
that's the funny. I'm sorry. Did I make this into something?
No,
that
but
was-
it's so true.
I know. It is like
You've ruined
cannot-
Dave. He's doing his high pitched laugh. You know you got him.
Yeah. Sounded like the deranged schoolgirl.
You will not hear me say that Jake, and I love Jake. Me and Jake have long
Well,
since
I guess
buried
my point is I've heard
anything.
Jake tell actual jokes before that were funny on Monday Night Raw reviews. Like he's actually said
I'm
funny
sure
things.
He has, but
Drew has never landed jokes. He's just been funny because he's retarded. And that's what I'm trying to make some of the casual black listeners get, because only the casual black listeners are upset. I feel
I
like
can't wait for him to hear this show.
because they were like,
Casual blacks.
they're like, God damn, like what is this racist guy? I'm like, no, you don't understand. He's a retard.
Said that so serious.
I mean, I really like. I was like, well, you
No,
know.
he's not a racist. He's just curious.
Listen,
he's kind of retarded.
I said, listen, the guy's wife is out until 6 a.m. every Saturday. You know, you'd start calling people N-bombs too.
Oh, come on.
This is why Hulk Hogan said the N-word, because big black dudes were taking his women. This is
I'm
dick
just waiting.
fear.
I'm just waiting for Drew to be like, oh, all these nappy-headed hoes
So
out here.
you're equating Hogan to Drew?
Yeah, you get cucked. I'm telling you, these white guys, they get cucked by a black guy and they lose their fucking minds.
Who's the guy from Seinfeld? That's Drew.
Yeah, and that guy tried to fucking do his comedy, and black guys
Isn't
were
it
talking
Michael
over him. He lost
something?
it.
It's Michael something, right?
Yeah, Michael
Richards?
Michael Richards, yeah.
40 years ago, we would have had you hanging upside down with a fucking fork up your ass.
Yeah, he was bombing. So he was bombing, and then he heard the black guys talking during his set. So he snapped again. He was like, "Oh, the motherfuckers! First thing, I can't get women because of these guys, because I can't be as cool as them."
He's an N-word.
What's even funnier
That was
isn't that appearance is when he appeared on TV on
The Seinfeld thing on Letterman.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
We played that so many times, but it's the best. Stop laughing.
The
It's
best
not
line
funny.
ever is when he goes, I made some jokes. There were a few Afro-Americans.
The whole crowd starts laughing.
Yeah.
And then Jerry's
Remember
like,
Jerry gets pissed.
oh yeah.
Jerry's like,
Not
it's not
funny.
funny.
It's not funny. Stop laughing.
Stop laughing.
Now, this
We
Michael
gotta
Richards
play
thing.
it. We gotta play it. We played it a million times, but it's the greatest thing ever.
Wait, can we
extremely
lead
upset
in
about
with
it.
the rant? Come on, we got to give context here.
Come on,
Okay. Well, I don't know if we should play it. We played that a million times. The people know about
Well, we're not on Twitch. We don't have to worry about any strikes, I guess.
that. Michael Richards. Yeah, we played this. Oh, somebody did put a see. And by the way, I want to back up real quick, just for one quick second. People are sharing a lot of pictures of Michael Garner being killed by the police, choked out, and they're showing the simple, nice, casual arrest of this guy who just killed 20 people. So that's going around out there, and it is something interesting. The guy just killed 20 people. Oh, sir, put your hands behind your back, and then Eric
Well,
Garner.
what if
We're gonna choke you out in the streets.
Did he surrender himself? Because I don't think Eric Garner surrendered
He
himself.
did surrender
true.
himself. That is the difference, in that he did surrender himself. I mean, Eric Garner, but they really didn't say that Eric Garner was under arrest. They snuck up behind him.
No, they did sort of say, look, you're under arrest, put your hands up. And he's like, leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
that's when it just escalated. But
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I still am mad at them. Fuck them. I'm still mad at them. I wish I was a cop because I'd be a human. But anyway.
That's what they all say.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. I mean, like, what the fuck,
still
dude?
funnier than Drew.
This is funnier than Drew.
When he says, "Look, there's an N-word," that one is just too much.
What if a big black guy came up on stage and snatched the mic out of his hands and said, "Look, there's another one, motherfucker," and then he just beat the shit out of Michael Richards on stage, and that would have been, dude. Can you imagine how epic that video would have been? Look, here's another one, you Jew motherfucker. He beats the shit out and throws him head first through the Laugh Factory thing.
All right, you see? It shocks you to see what's buried beneath your stupid motherfuckers.
Wait, why did they bleep that out?
You
Not the
stupid
N-word.
motherfuckers! What is-
TMZ bleeped out the F word, but not the N-word.
it shocks you to see what's buried beneath you, stupid motherfuckers. See, at this point, right now is when he should have started going into like crazy, so crazy that he could have pleaded he took like LSD or something earlier. Like he should have started being like, you know what? The white rabbit does die inside of the black squirrel, and the tiger roars at all you motherfuckers. Like he should have done. Like once he realized he went too far with the racist stuff, he should have just started saying crazy shit, and then been like, well, it was before the show, and one of the comics handed me one of these pills, and I was kind of depressed at the time, so I took it. You know, it must have been LSD or some kind of crack, or, you know, he just fucking, he could have made it all up. Anyway, so then that was that. Then a few nights later, I believe on CBS, this is what happened. We talked about this a million times, but this is too funny.
What happened? Because it was just one of those awful things, and I think
It was just one of those awful things.
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah, that just happens. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, what he said was incredibly horrific, racist, and disgusting. And even though he said those things, I know the real Michael is not a racist. But what he said was so disgusting, I can't defend anything he said or why it happened. I have no idea. I will still support him because I haven't seen him actually ever do something like this before. But I'm shocked and obviously is disgusted at everybody else. And then that's what he should have said. But instead he's like, it's just one of those things that happens. Oh, yeah. Like a guy
would come on the show tonight so that he could explain what happened, because it was just one of those awful things, and I think he's a little mystified about what happened, but I think most importantly he wanted to...
You know who's really mystified? Are the black people that bought a ticket to that show. Those are real mystified.
We have him live via satellite from Los Angeles. All right, this should be Michael
They set this up like a wrestling thing, by the way.
Michael, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hi, Michael. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hi.
How you doing?
I'm not doing too good.
Yeah. Why don't you explain exactly what happened for the folks who may not know?
I lost my temper on stage. I was at a comedy club trying to do my act, and I got heckled, and I took it badly and went into a rage, and said some pretty nasty things to some Afro-Americans. A lot of trash talk.
I don't think that he doesn't understand that the beating around the bush of what he did is what's funny. Like him being like, I said some things, and eventually he says Afro-Americans.
No, but he's searching for words to use.
Yeah,
but it's almost like his attorney told him, make sure and take your time and show compassion. But what they don't know is this guy's a goofy fuck. No matter how he talks, it's going to come off funny. It's like Will Ferrell. He could read from the dictionary and it would be funny.
Yeah, dude. Like I would
Afro-Americans. Like he's got to get a better lawyer. I mean, he really does.
I mean, he should have just called him Jigs or something at that point.
If he had come out here and said, instead of this weird like beginning, if he had just said, well, last night I went into a rage and I went into a racist rage, a racist rant. Like he needed to say racist. He I think he did. I think he needed to say I went into a racist rage rant. I would not consider myself a racist, nor am I racist towards people normally, but I wanted to say the worst things about those people I could, because those are the people I was angry at. And if he had said that, people would have believed it more and laughed less. But because he's like, I went into a rage. This is fucking hilarious.
Stop laughing. It's not funny.
And what you were actually being heckled, or were they just talking?
Says the fucking bumblebee actor.
And disturbing the act.
That was going on too.
Everybody, please stop laughing. It's not funny.
We're two comedians, but you know,
what's the deal with laughing?
What's the deal with black people?
What's up with?
I mean, you got bubble wrap and you got black people. What's the difference? They both
aren't you happy picking the field?
Why do they call them Afro-Americans? Not all of them have an afro.
Yeah, and I'm also a Jew bag, so let's live in harmony.
Oh, by the way, I'm Jewish.
That's how I got this job.
He just shoes that in after everything. What can we get, sir? I'm Jewish. I would like to get a latte.
And I've got a good lawyer, so make sure that you do a good job.
My brother was Pink from Pink Floyd The Wall.
And by the way, Jerry Seinfeld.
What the hell does that even mean?
Jerry
I had to laugh at that because it was so ridiculous. I still don't know what it's supposed to mean.
Roger Waters used to eat out my box, you know?
Oh, man. No, I told this story a long time ago, maybe 2013 with Tommy C, and I said that when I was a little kid, I thought Jerry Seinfeld was the guy who played that character. Like, legit. I thought Jerry Seinfeld was in Pink Floyd The Wall. Think about it.
What?
Yeah, I thought Jerry Seinfeld was the guy from Pink Floyd The Wall, was Pink.
I
Oh my God.
I don't like blacks either, Michael.
I'll tell you what, the next time you guys watch that movie and he's tearing up his flesh in the pool or whatever the fuck, you're going to start laughing. Why am I...
Is there anybody?
No, it's not
in
funny.
there?
Stop laughing.
Oh, my God. Would you like to call the cops? Sorry.
You can't eat your pudding until you've had your meat.
Leah, what would you look like on this show? Apologizing
What?
for the bands.
Be like, suck the cock. I got a cock, you faggot.
Yeah. No, Leah would probably have an anxiety attack if something like this happened to her.
Could you imagine Leah? Well, first of all, her doing stand up, that's funny as it is, but would you imagine if there's some Afro-Americans talking in the crowd and then Leah goes off on that rant? Or what if she just goes off on the rant she did last week on Monetize This, where she's like, I got a cock, suck the cock, and just starts fucking...
If Leah did that at a comedy night, like that would get a standing
You guys are
ovation.
already giving me anxiety just talking about it.
Oh!
That would get a standing ovation if you went on that type of rant. Oh my God. That's why if I ever had to, I love hecklers. Like I would love a heckler. They're the best because then you just go off and you can look at them and just tear everything about them apart. They're with a woman. Fuck her. She's in trouble too.
And did you?
I know. I mean, hearing your audience laugh, and it's. I'm not even sure that this is where I should be addressing the situation. I've already heard you make some jokes about it, and that's okay, But I'm really busted up over this, and I'm very, very sorry to those people in the audience. The blacks, the Hispanics, the whites, everyone that was there that took the brunt of that anger and hate and rage. And
well, I mean, really, just the blacks took the brunt. I mean,
the blacks.
I don't remember too many of the Hispanics. The Hispanics were probably cheering.
Yeah. Man, he fucking loco.
He's our boy, Holmes.
Because let's be fair, the Hispanics are way more racist than white people.
Yeah, the
like
Hispanics
blacks.
were probably ready to knife the guys themselves, in the front row.
They were like, yo, you fucking tell him, Michael, man. You tell this
Don't
fucker,
shut the
man.
fuck up.
Guys, I grew up in Hispanic community, and I got shit on by Hispanics in your audience, Joe, for saying, oh, that's not true. Hispanics don't hate blacks. They're not racist. The racism I've seen within the Hispanic community is quite telling, to say the least.
Do you want to know why there's a different sensitivity? I can tell you why. Do you want to know why? Do you know why?
I might, but
the Hispanics didn't put black people in chains and make them work for free as fucking dogs for fucking years.
Well, that's a good point. I know
that it doesn't equal out. I know that it doesn't equal out, and it's weird. But that's really that's the reason. I mean, you know what I mean? There's a weird thing there where it's like
no, but there's also a racial divide, and even people in South America where it's they eliminated basically anything that was indigenous. So there's no native tribes in Argentina, for example, or very few. There's this sort of community. And it applies to a lot of countries in South America where it's like, oh, you're different, therefore I've got something to, fear from you or think about you and stuff. And you see it even in America. You see a lot of racial, sort of conflict between Hispanics and blacks, and people can deny it all they want. But it exists. And I've been personally, it's kind of sad, but I've seen personally how some Hispanics consider blacks. They call them monos.
Buenos
Monos
dias.
Un mono is a monkey.
Whoa, you talking about my friends?
No, I'm talking about like people in the Hispanic community who literally refer to black people as monkeys, and it's a common thing. It's a. I mean, I know people will continue to argue with me with this, but the fact is that's what I've experienced within a predominant Latin American community. So, argue with me all you want. There's racism all over the place, and we can't just think, oh, somebody's a minority, they're not racist. Give me a fucking break. Everyone's fucking racist.
Well, South America, they beat up the white people there. I mean, I follow Adam Rose. I'm friends with Adam Rose on Facebook. He's from South America. I talk to him all the time. South America is fucking crazy. Or South Africa. Sorry, did I say South America?
Oh my, that's a few thousand miles away.
I thought you were saying South Africa. I was like, what the fuck are we talking about? Now I get why.
I'm talking about Latinos, not Africans. But hey,
well,
everyone's racist. So
watch yourself.
Let's give equal opportunity.
Can we talk about the movie Desperado for a second? Because I want Leah to watch it. And she said she's absolutely.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Absolutely not watching it. She said, and I always thought Quentin Tarantino had something to do with the movie because of the scene he gets.
He filmed one scene in that movie, by the way.
And I guess what happened was Robert Rodriguez wanted.
Sorry.
Robert Rodriguez wanted that because Robert Rodriguez directed it, but Robert Rodriguez wanted one of those like Quentin Tarantino moments.
Yep.
In the movie or whatever. So then he not only did he have it, but he had Quentin be the guy to be in it.
Exactly.
So I always thought it was a Quentin Tarantino movie because of that. But I thought Robert Rodriguez did direct it, but I thought Quentin wrote it, but he didn't. Robert Rodriguez did write the movie and direct it. So I had no idea. And I know that he wrote the other two because this is a trilogy, the mariachi things.
Oh, that third one was terrible.
I actually don't think I saw it.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico. It is literally
it's
like liberal. Well, I can't say liberal, but it's basically like really nuanced art. It's an art film. It's not an actual. It's not like Desperado. It's not like El Mariachi, which was really gritty and filmed on a budget of like a few $1 million.
Right.
And it still came out well. Like this, like the third movie is just terrible. Like it hurts my head even thinking about it.
It feels like the most commercialized thing. Like the other ones, like Desperado was the sweet spot.
It was the sweet spot.
Mariachi had some problems, but it was really fun and gritty, like you just said. And then he really tied it together with Desperado. And then Once Upon a Time in Mexico, it was like a fun. It was retarded. Yeah, I need to.
And what's his name? Johnny Depp was in that movie, and it like even with that star power, they failed. They failed at making a good movie.
He was the bad guy, right? He was the bad guy, right?
Yeah, he was one of the bad guys.
But it's like
there were several.
Bocho in fucking Desperado is so much better. Bucho, whatever the fuck. He was so much better. He was like,
oh my God.
He was dude.
Again,
Gary Oldman in The Professional.
He's his brother.
What was that?
When you find out he's his brother, you see the investment that El Mariachi has with this whole thing. It's like, look, I can either fix the situation by killing my brother or just let things continue. Like. It was just so well done, and I can't remember his name. Joaquin, the guy that plays Bucho. He's well known in
Joaquin Phoenix.
No. Joaquin is his first name, but he's a well-known actor in American cinema, and he did such a great job playing this gangster role. Opposite of Desperado.
He's very similar to me. He's like a similar version like Gary Oldman in The Professional. I feel like it's a lot kind of like that. You remember Gary Oldman in Professional?
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit like that. I think the movie's a little bit like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because Leah was like, I don't want to watch like those type of things. I'm like, I don't know, it's a little bit like you like The Professional probably. It's a little bit like that, but, But anyway, I want to play
The Professional.
I want to play the scene, the Quentin Tarantino scene, because the joke that he tells at the bar. It's fucking hilarious. We actually played this about 4 years ago, and maybe I'll monetize this or something, but we got to play it again. Bailey, you know what I'm talking about? Did he get up and go away somewhere?
He must have.
God damn it. I wanted him to see it because I know he likes it. But he might have gotten up to go do something. Yeah, I think he sent me a message. Hold on, let me see what he said. Oh, he's pooping his pants. Okay, so as soon as he gets back, we'll play it.
Is that what happened last time when last night when he just disappeared?
No, he went to watch a
you heard,
movie.
like, oh, blah, and then he just was gone for like 50 minutes.
No, he went to watch a movie. He was like, I'm going to go watch this movie.
No, but it was right after Jesse said something. I guess he interrupted him. I think he just got pissed and decided to fuck off. But
I mean, it was like the 8th time. I think he had enough.
yeah, but we never got an explanation from JB. I was just curious whether or not that was the case.
Well, he did also tell me that at like 5:30 or something, he was pretty much like checking out, like done. He was just too tired.
Fuck, yesterday I couldn't even speak right.
Yeah, you were fucked up early. I remember.
Oh my god! I listened back to the show. And it's honestly, it's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I guess with the guy like Bueller. Like I was speaking like, it was just so extended. It's just like I wanted to punch myself in the face at that point. Like if I could go back in time, I would probably do so.
Yeah, well, I wish you'd banged me. Bailey, you back? No, he's not back. All right, we're gonna wait. But anyway, I wonder what. Do we ever figure out what Adam Sandler movie they were filming at the drive-in, Leah? I never found out the name.
Well, they haven't announced it yet. That was just a test, some sort of test they were doing. There wasn't actually like they were filming that day. That wasn't anything that was going to end up in a movie. It was just a test.
Right.
Really?
It was a test, yeah. Well, we should go down there.
Because I saw other screenshots of that movie, of the filming where you had like Adam Sandler. So I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, like this is like a real production and stuff. But like you're saying now, it was just a test, I guess. For
yeah, because they want to film there in the future. It would have been. I think they said it was like a month after or something. They want to film there, and that's why they were doing the testing, I guess, to see if that's something that's going to work.
Okay. Because Joe had mentioned like there was a few times where they were filming, but at other times like they were, I guess, taking photos with people that were fans or something. So, makes sense.
We had to, instead of having previews and stuff like that, like you normally do at the movies, they played like 15 minutes
of a fake movie or some kind of movie.
A black and white movie, like I think it was the creature from the lagoon, whatever it was.
Oh, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, it was the most like.
Dude, that movie's great.
Like
it's a class. That's one of the
typical
classic horror movies.
I love those old horror movies and stuff.
I mean,
but
Dracula, the original Dracula, always a great one.
I got a great story about that, but I really want to know about you guys with your drive-in, because like that's the thing. The last time I went into a drive-in theater might have been in the early 90s, maybe.
Oh, you guys still go to them too?
This was my first ever time.
We have one 8 minutes
really?
away from us.
Yeah.
It's like 8 minutes away.
Oh, like it's amazing. And I'm just wondering, like, what's the quality at your
We've
place?
gone 4 times this year.
It was pretty good because we were the furthest back you could be, and it was all right. But we definitely want to get closer next time. We were in the dead last, like, the end of the. We were 100 yards. No, we were about 200 yards away from the thing.
That's the thing.
It was a little too far for me.
But
even like I wear glasses, and even with glasses on, I was like, "Fuck, can't see shit."
It was good though.
I went to drive-ins back in the early 80s with my parents, and then by the time that they were eliminated here in Ontario, I think it was like again mid-early 90s. But to me, it's just the most enjoyable experience. You can be outdoors, and not only that, like you've got the ability, if you've got a car that's convertible, to basically have your, just be exposed to the sky, watch a movie. Go ahead.
There was people next to us just talking about like exposed to the sky. There was people next to us. They had a flatbed and had a mattress, like a blow-up mattress,
nice,
in the back of the pickup truck.
Yeah, there was some super
like they had it like I don't know. They knew what they were
planned
doing.
out. Yeah,
Leah, when me and Keish and the kids go to the drive-in, we will actually like I'll like get the bed of my truck washed out, and we'll line it with like blankets and stuff. And
yeah,
then we'll literally just like sneak a cooler in the back of my truck, and that's where we'll have like the kids' goldfish, the fruit snacks. We'll bring sandwiches and shit. Because if you do get the food from the place, it's awesome, but it's also like
$1,000. Exactly what I was about to say. Because like, yeah, it's great to be able to eat the food that they provide, like popcorn, all these other food. It's great to have for that, but the prices are just way too expensive.
They actually have a brick oven there. They give you brick oven pizza, and they'll bring it to your car. Yeah,
what's
pretty sweet.
What the what kind of fucking drive-thrus are you going through? I've never had brick-based pizza fucking at a drive-thru.
Dude, they
charge a lot of money.
They have they do. They charge a ton of money. Like a pizza there is like $26 for like just cheese.
God.
But people get them because it's all about the experience. They want to see like the cute fucking 17-year-old chick come out in a fucking short skirt and shit, bring the food to the car. They want that experience. But they also have this place called I think it's called Area 54 or something like that, and it's like a huge arcade or whatever.
That's badass. We don't have an arcade. Ours is like a much smaller one.
And it's only arcade games from the 80s. Like, no bullshit. It's only the 80s arcade games.
I'm moving to Indiana.
I just posted it actually in the chat if you guys want to look at it. There's probably tons of screenshots from the actual...
it's got to be...
By the way, JB, your state has a $1.53 billion surplus. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
It's because of the experience of it. It's the only thing left. It's one of the only things left where you feel like a kid again or something. You feel like it's the 80s. You feel like you did in the 80s when the 80s it felt like it was the 50s again. But
it's like we feel when we used to go to a Blockbuster or something like that. Like it's about the experience. You go there, you look at the boxes, you grab the movie, you go home. You can't fucking wait. When you go to the drive-in, you experience that. For one, you're actually getting off your ass.
That too.
You're going out and doing something. You take the whole family, and I love the fact you turn
even
that shit
with
on.
friends. You guys ever been to like a with friends?
Yeah. My buddy, he'll bring a cooler full of fucking beer, and we'll just get blitzed out in the fucking out there in the back of the truck.
You ever sneak people into a fucking
driving?
Yeah, you ever sneak people into a drive-through or drive-in?
Nope, I've never had to do that.
You ever kidnap somebody at a drive-in?
No, you pile them into the fucking
I mean,
trunk.
that's not how ours works. You just, did we pay per person? I mean.
No, there's literally a thing here where it's like you can pay like a whole carload of people is $20. How many people you can fit in your car is $20? So Mexicans make out.
I think ours was about $15. It was $15 no matter how many in your car.
That's nice.
So no matter what, fit whoever you can, and it's $15.
And we did the blankets in the back thing too, because we have the SUV.
Yeah.
So we pulled it up so we could just open the door and.
It's a double feature too. I don't know if it's always double feature.
Dave, you would like this too. The drive-in that we have, it actually like every weekend, like after like the big blockbusters or whatever they have lined up, they always after like the two movies they'll play very, very old school films.
Nice.
Like they'll show films from like the 40s and the 50s and 60s and shit. But
so this is an all-night event basically.
It starts at 8.
Pretty late where we
it starts at 8. Like the last time we went there and stayed for the entire thing was when they showed we went and watched Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which was fucking awesome, by the way. Woo. And then following it was what was the Transformer movie with Mark Wahlberg?
It was Piece of Shit. It was called Piece of Shit is what it was.
Yeah, it was
Dark
trash.
of the Moon or something, or
I can't remember what it was.
Whatever, the shit movie, yeah.
Darkening of the Moon.
But after that, they showed the 60s Psycho.
Oh,
yeah, it was a really strange.
What time did you get out of there?
It's about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's amazing. Like to me, especially
that's why
during
it's
the
important.
summer.
God
why
damn.
it's important though that we have the truck where the kids can sleep.
Yeah.
And then if it gets too chilly, you just stick them in the cab of the truck, and then you just. I mean, I'll be honest with you. By the time we left, I'm pretty sure I was talking to Keish like I am almost tempted to spend $60 and stay in a hotel. like I can't drive. It was that bad.
So what did you end up like sticking your truck's ass towards the screen so that the bed was exposed to the screen, or how did you end up doing it?
Yeah, you just back into the parking space.
Okay.
It'd be funny to just piss off your back of your car onto somebody else's car, just see what they do about it.
Yeah, just stand up on the side of the bed of the truck and just start pissing off the side.
Not in Indiana where it's open carry and everyone's very polite.
That's true.
Yeah.
They'd probably shoot your tires out at least.
No, I'll tell you. I know it'd be me talking up my state, but it's really not like the wild West here.
Yeah,
it's really not.
We're stereotyping.
It's actually pretty fucking lame.
Yeah, I mean, your people are kind of cowards. That's why they voted for Pence, right?
No, I wouldn't consider it cowardly.
I don't know. You let that guy in. That's somebody fucking failed there.
Well, it wasn't it. No.
I'm just being a dickhead. I'm just trying to.
I know, but I want to say this is what they do. Once they get in office, that's when they go crazy.
That's true. They get in there like, all right, I'm religious.
Yep.
But yeah, that guy's.
I have to say really quick. I just realized that the weekend that Quiche was gone with the kids, they were doing The Lion King at 9:15, and then Toy Story 4 after that. Oh,
That's
damn.
what they were doing here.
Yeah,
crazy.
Well, we saw Toy Story and then Aladdin, but we left for Aladdin because the kids were just out.
Yeah, they were
I will tell you, that's actually not a bad movie. Me and Quiche went and saw it, and Aladdin was actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
My expectations were very low, but I actually did like it.
I wish we went to that because I'm hearing The Lion King was worse, a lot worse. Like I almost want to see Aladdin because it's a little different.
I don't think Quiche will admit to me that because she didn't go see it with me, and I don't think she's admitting to me that The Lion King wasn't that good because she would still be talking about it, telling me to go see it. She hasn't said it one time.
Well, Monday is
I
Lion
heard it's
King,
just
Toy Story.
Exactly.
That's what she said. She
the
said it's no
exact
different.
Cartoon.
Yeah.
But not cartoon.
Except without Jeremy Irons.
Without Scar.
Irons is dead. They wouldn't let me in the movie.
She said that Seth Rogen did a good job as Pumbaa, though.
Seth Rogen is a faggot.
Hey, Jeremy. You're transcending many different shows here.
Yeah, he loves calling in your show, apparently.
I'm everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
My next role in Hollywood is going to be to become the next Me Too movement. I'm going to be very exposed very soon for all the things I did to little girls on the set.
So you're going to dethrone both Epstein and Weinstein. Both Steens. That's very interesting.
Weinstein is going to die of a heart attack very soon. He's a fat man.
Intra-Steen.
He's a very
what do you
fat.
think of that?
He's a fat Jew.
Terrible.
He's a really fat Jew.
It was horrible.
No, that was interesting. God, I can't even say it without laughing.
You're a retard.
Shut up, you faggot.
You know, if I was still in Hollywood sucking the cock, I would get a job tomorrow. It was only the moment that I stopped going to these Hollywood parties. All of a sudden, Jeremy Irons couldn't get a role anymore. It was as if I didn't have cum drizzling down my throat. Because I'm a Jeremy Irons.
All right, I can't deal with him anymore.
It sounds better when you call in on the phone.
Yeah, you got to call in on a phone. Yeah, you got to do it on a phone.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Yes.
But
I
here's
like the high pitch one too. Yes.
Why are you censoring me, JB?
Here is the Quentin Tarantino scene that we've been talking about. This is just a great story. Let's all enjoy Quentin Tarantino's cock. Look at him. He looks so young right there. By the way, he was criticized recently for dressing like a black guy with his like Pumas and all that stuff. And somebody's like, dude, he's been dressing like that since 1980. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's always looked that way.
But like the younger people are like, what a weird fucking racist type of guy. Like, what are you talking about? He's fucking idiots. Like, dude, this world's fucked right now.
Guys, again, it's like Pulp Fiction. Like, remember that line where he's... I don't want to. Well, I guess I could say it on this show, but like, does this look like dead niggers? Storage to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does. He says it like 4 times.
Yeah.
Well, somebody made the thing that like, oh, this guy said this on the show, whatever, or in this movie that he was acting on this skit on YouTube, and he said something like that, and people went after him. And I saw he was a wrestling fan. I was like, so do you hate Stone Cold Steve Austin because he says the N-bomb in the that Longest Yard movie or whatever it is to Nelly or whatever the fuck he calls him an N-word, It's
so
like
that's why Sam Jackson continues to work with Quentin Tarantino, because
Yeah.
he's absolutely racist, right? Is that the reason why?
Because if he was, Sam Jackson would come out and be like, "Let me tell you this motherfucker," and he would bury the guy.
And Jackie Brown, you
Yeah,
know, that's just
the guy
some fantasy.
The guy that writes women and seems to write black women and women just really well. Quentin Tarantino.
I mean, he wrote Jackie Brown, for God's sake.
Yeah, he's
Well,
totally
that's
racist.
it.
Well, I mean, he directed it, but
He just this guy writes stuff.
And what about Kill Bill? That strong, again, like they keep talking, there's no strong female figures. Really? Kiddo? Like fucking, what's her name or her first name? Beatrice Kiddo?
Dude,
Or
how about
Beatrix Kiddo?
how about Death Proof? Imagine if Death Proof had come out now. Like Death Proof now came out 12 years ago or 14 years ago or something,
Yep.
where those women have amazing dialogue. They're all women, the main characters, and
Yep.
then they beat the shit out of Kurt Russell at the end. It would have been called like, oh, this is just to beat up a guy in a movie probably or something. But like that was like 12 years ago.
No, but he wrote those characters fairly well. to be
it's
quite
the
honest.
same as Kill Bill, though. Kill Bill was basically like Charlie's Angels on fucking steroids, except
Revenge.
for Matthew Madsen.
But here's the scene from Desperado. Lee, you never saw this scene?
This is an amazing scene.
I don't remember.
All right, well, I'm going to play it for everybody. Enjoy. It's going to be good. Hopefully the audio's high. This music.
Tarantino's such a bad actor. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Two cervezas.
Oh, we forget about Cheech here, too.
This will just take a minute.
This is a front for people that don't understand. That beer's been in the tap for like 2 years.
Sí, tengo dos cabrones aquí. No. This reminds me of a joke. This guy comes into a bar, walks up to the bartender. He says, "Bartender, I got me a bet for you. I'm gonna bet you $300 that I can piss into that glass over there." And that's
I have seen this.
Yeah, see?
The bartender looks at this, but then we're talking about like this glass is like a good 10 feet away. He says, "No, wait, let me get this straight. You're trying to tell me you're gonna bet me $300 that you can piss standing over here, way over there, into that glass and not spill a single drop?" Guess man looks at him and says, "That's right." And then you got a bet. The guy goes, "Okay, here we go. Here we go." Pulls out his thing. He's looking at the glass, man. He's thinking about the glass. He's thinking about the glass. Glass. He's thinking about the glass. Glass. Thinking about his dick. Dick glass. Dick glass. Dick glass. Be the glass. Dick glass. Dick glass. Dick glass. And then he lets it rip. And he's pissing all over the place, man. He's pissing on the bar. He's pissing on the stools, on the floor, on the phone, on the bartender. He's pissing everywhere except the fucking glass, right? Okay. So, bartender, he's laughing his fucking ass off. He's $300 richer. He's like, ha 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 ha, just dripping off his face. This is you fucking idiot, man. You got it in everything except the glass. You owe me $300, punta. Guy goes, "Excuse me, just one second." Goes in the back of the bar. In the back, there's a couple guys playing pool. He walks over to them. There we go. Comes back to the bar. Goes, "Here you go, Mr. Bartender. 3. And the bartender's like, "What the fuck are you so happy about? You just lost $300, idiot." The guy says, "Well, see those guys over there? I just bet them $500 a piece that I could piss on your bar, piss on your floor, piss on your phone, and piss on you. And not only would you not be mad about it, you'd be happy." That's some funny shit, huh?
Where's Buscemi?
You be happy about it.
The guy has no teeth.
Hey, guess what? He didn't check out. And you checked out just fine.
Love that movie. Love that movie. Such a random scene in the middle of the movie, I feel like. Or maybe at the beginning. I don't remember.
Well,
Maybe
no,
the
but it's
That's Tarantino.
It's
though.
clearly uniquely Tarantino, and that's why he was hired for that portion of the movie.
right. Because Rodriguez did direct the whole most of the thing except for that, but Rodriguez wrote it though. That's the crazy thing.
I'm just now thinking like I'm playing that scene out that Dave brought up.
Which one?
I don't want to say it because it is really bad.
Oh, the Sammy
or-
Jackson one.
The Sammy Jackson. He's talking about the storage. I love that scene. Though,
I'd love to
'cause-
put. I want to put you in storage. Can I put you in
Is she
storage?
the one with all the shit in her face? No, was it like?
Oh yeah, he goes.
Yeah,
He
that's
goes-
that's my
he's
wife or whatever.
You know what he's talking about, Joe? When he goes to buy heroin from the heroin dealer, Travolta, and he was all like, he says something. He's trying to buy the heroin strain or whatever it is, and he's all like, "Oh yeah, Becky really likes that one." He's like, "Is she the one with all the fucking shit on her face?" Because the chick out in the living room's got like tons of piercings and shit, and the guy goes, "No, that's Alice. That's my wife."
And then
And
they
he
both
goes-
laugh about it.
Yeah, Travolta goes, "I'm sorry, man. Fuck."
Oh man.
Oh, that movie is. I mean, if you don't like Pulp Fiction, you're a fag.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that seems to start a lot of people on him. Like if they haven't seen anything, that's the one that you first see at least, and then you're like, all right, dude, I can't wait to fucking.
Jimmy,
go to
what do they
Disneyland.
call a quarter pounder with cheese in France? Royale with cheese. Royale with cheese.
I want a fucking cheeseburger right now.
You know they got the metric system there.
I had I've had multiple dudes. I've had multiple
What do they call a Whopper?
dudes.
I don't know. I didn't go to a Burger King.
Yeah.
I want to be the girl.
The water is the weirdest part of that.
Yeah,
though.
where does that come from? And he did like
I don't know.
I feel like he's in the bathtub.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
like a
show.
leaky drain.
I want to be the girl.
Ugh.
No, it just did that final pee out.
It does sound. Yeah, you
Ugh.
do like little.
God
He's
damn,
just
that's
wrapping up
gross.
his little pee.
Leah, what does your T-shirt say in the thumbnail?
Huh?
What
No.
is? Oh! No, what does it say? It's like cut off.
Only you, and then underneath says can prevent forest fires. That's the one that I asked.
It's a Tommy shirt.
Yeah, it's the Tommy
Yeah,
one.
that's the one that I asked Tommy because he apparently knew, and then when he didn't know, I called him out on it, and people shit on me. But
You know, to this day, that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen
So good.
from Tommy is when he jumps out of that chair when the dude asks him about that forest fire, and he's like, "Shut the hell up."
I don't remember where that clip is anymore, but that was funny.
Dude, someone sent it to me a long time ago. It was like on Reddit. It was on Reddit.
Yeah. Tom, like type in Tommy.
Tommy NC Reddit. Dude, if you play that, I'm going to be toast. I'm
Dude,
just going to
it's-
tell you.
It's so
Because
funny. Cause, and that's how you know the stuff about him wanting to bang Leah is real because it's
Yeah.
all the same reaction from him.
Yeah.
He almost jumps
whether
out
it
of his
be
chair.
Wendy's, whether it be fucking the fire,
Leah,
whether it
fire.
be Leah.
Yep.
Even when his grandfather said the N-word in that video, he kind of like starts like shivering a little bit. You know, kind of like moving a little bit,
Yeah.
but not fully because he kind of agrees with it. Right? I mean,
I'm
I right?
still shocked by that, by the way. The fact that it took me
I'm
that long.
surprised you never heard it until then.
yeah.
I just can't believe. I don't want to shit on his grandfather. I don't because
No,
I don't.
that's weird.
It's weird.
But
to-
you understand where all the memes come now.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah.
now,
And
right?
I think for Tommy to get angry is silly because when you have video of your grandfather on there saying that their family are notorious for being,
Yeah, I mean, even your own grandfather said it. You gotta just kind of.
You gotta own it.
You gotta
and then
own it.
Tommy smiled like a wacko.
All right, here's where you clearly Tommy gets angry that everybody tells that everybody
Just let it play, Joe.
brings up that
Just let
he
it play.
set forest fires to North Carolina, and he burned a couple quarter acre.
Here we go, Leah. Get ready.
All
What
right.
is some of your recent vlogs you have released this week?
One about forest fires and how destructive they can be.
Now that's Anthret saying that on purpose. That's the guy that's supposed to be Tommy's friend. That's Anthret exposing it, and then in the background, he gets.
Dude, can I say real quick?
Yeah.
That the camera pans to Anthret, so something happens in between the time that he's saying that, because Tom, as soon as he goes back to Tommy, he's looking over at the
Yeah.
guys on the couch.
Forest fires? Why are you looking at me like you're mad at me?
Really? Yes, forest fires can be dangerous. They're very dangerous.
Did you start one of those one time?
You want to play that again, dude? You have to play that again.
Your vlog is that? What is
See, right? Tommy knows what's about to happen because Anthret starts mentioning forest fires for no reason, and he's like, "Yes, forest fires can be dangerous," because he has to like not bring up because they both know that he started one, but he can't. He doesn't want to talk about it. But then the other guy pushes it, and the answer is, "Listen, man."
some of your recent vlogs you've released this week?
One about forest fires and how destructive they can be.
Forest fires?
He's
Why are you
smiling.
looking at me like
He
you're
is
mad at me?
smiling. I've never noticed.
The guy in the background, forest fires.
Really? Yes, forest fires can be dangerous. They're very dangerous.
Did you start one of those one time?
Did he hit him?
Listen.
He might have
Like
hit
a
him.
smack noise?
He might have hit him.
Yeah, go back. I never realized
Tommy,
that before.
he might have
Wait.
assaulted somebody.
What is it?
And people thought I was bad for playing with the bear.
Did you start one of those one time?
Whoa.
I heard fuck up. Maybe he said shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
Wow. We played this like 4 years ago. This is a classic.
No.
He like
Dude,
threatens him or something.
he-
What the fuck was that?
When Tommy mutes the microphone, watch how psychopathic he looks when he looks back at him. Play it again.
This is why Tommy.
He hasn't muted it yet. Hold on.
I
Probably
know.
shouldn't
Wait till he
drink
does.
anymore.
It's crazy looking. Right here. Watch. Get ready.
Look at this. Look
Look how
He's
fucking
running
look
his
how
mouth like that.
splotchy he is.
Now watch him. Now he's gonna lie about it. It's funny.
That was totally up.
Look at that look.
See that stare right there? He gives him like he looks like Jack Black. Like exactly.
That's the
like
look
him.
of like, do you want to live another
You
day
wanna fucking
or
die?
not?
He's running his mouth like that.
That was totally up.
Look at that.
Murderous.
okay with still having a pulse?
I will knife you while you're sleeping.
I am more than open to slicing your fucking throat.
Who is it he's talking to?
Who knows?
Whatever that weird fucking crew of people over there
In
North
Boston,
Carolina.
yeah. This is when he was
Weird
in Boston.
fucking people. Like, I don't want to sound like a dick here, but Tommy hangs out with weird fucks.
Look at us.
Like, I mean, whatever.
You're gonna find it.
Although he doesn't come on
Black
monetize this
Mountain.
anymore.
This fucking guy's wearing a Hawaiian shirt with a
Hey, folks, back again. Have to take care of
Dollars
some
on it.
technicalities.
Hey guys, I'm back.
on it.
Hey,
I'm
back.
back, guys.
We're back.
what's
We had some
interesting is
technicalities.
It's made from paper, which is made from trees.
All along there was 10 people watching anyway.
But
There's Pony
Yeah.
Fucker.
His tie and his shirt really are like hurtful on the eyes. Like it's
Like that
there's so
guy had
much
gummy worms
there's
for
so
hair.
much going on there.
you know, it's yes, forest fires can be dangerous, but change the subject.
I had to file a forest fire.
The guy goes again. The guy
I
goes
got your
again.
fishing
Looks
video
over.
as well.
This is called the Creepy Mustache Show.
Dude, this is probably one of the most cringiest old things in general I've ever seen. Like, it's
Who is this?
That's Mark Hyder.
hostage
That's
take?
Mark Hyder. Because look, there's the stains on his walls, but his ponies are in perfect shape.
Oh God,
dude.
That's Mark
Oh,
Hyder.
Wait, how old is this video?
2013, because we got it just after monetized this.
Like, God.
We broke this whole thing down once. It was. Let me tell you something. This is Creepy Mustache Show and Greasy Hair.
Chad and
Yes, where I
mustache.
stand in the water and fish.
Calm down, folks. These are words of war. Tommy, why do you hate video games?
I don't hate video
Tommy
games.
doesn't hate video games. He loves playing GTA.
I do like.
He loves pestering me with the cheats and he loves. He doesn't
This
want
guy's trying to trigger him behind him.
to
almost-
memorize.
It almost sounds like,
Hamza.
yeah.
No. You think
Kinda
that's
does.
Hamza?
Listen.
Phone number.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like him.
your e-cigarette looks like.
But they're in Boston.
I didn't know.
You didn't know Mark Hyder was from England? Yeah, he's from.
Yeah, he is. He's a.
Dude, can somebody get the guy some fucking cleaner for his wall? That's
He's a
disgusting.
brony from Britain.
A Muslim will kill him soon. I just wanted to make
Saturn V rocket. It looks like a rocket. I think
It
it
looks
looks
like a
more like a
rocket.
lightsaber.
I just got done fucking my ponies.
It looks like a hot pocket.
Look at how Tommy's looking paranoid behind him. With his money tie.
This is the cringiest fucking show I've ever seen.
Keeps looking over
I
his
don't know
shoulder.
what's happening.
I don't either. It's weird.
Viewer meetup.
No, I
Andrew's a
didn't have enough time because I was on a schedule and.
We didn't get to go to New Hampshire because he was on a schedule as well, which was a bummer. We were going to throw him a surprise party. But,
You know,
he decided
okay,
to-
get this. No,
Oh, here we go.
no, before he
boy.
starts making me try to feel guilty, he knew he knew I was going to New York. 2, he knew I was going. Dude, no, you can't just go into New York and expect to come back the next night. You're gonna be tired. You want to stay and sleep in New York. You know, that's the.
Oh boy, I bet you do.
Hey, just for good measure, can we watch him freak out one more time about the forest fire thing? Just one more time.
All right, one more time, then we'll move on. We'll move on. One more time. One more time. Because it's great. It's great stuff.
It's great.
Fires? Why are you looking at me like you're mad at me?
Really? Yes, forest fires can be dangerous.
Yes.
Very dangerous.
They can be very dangerous.
Start one of those one time.
All the noise.
Really mad.
I like to shut the hell up.
Shut the fuck up. That was crazy.
Anthrit like pisses me off. Just the fact he's wearing a shirt that says "Run Windows on your Mac." I don't know why that pisses me off, but it just does.
That dude that's a guy who's gonna be a riflesman someday. Like he's gonna take out someone.
He's a poster boy for eugenics.
Ugh.
Let's go to questions. Do we have questions
Yeah,
this week?
I'm sorry. I should have moved us there a while ago. But well, not a while ago. We're pretty on time.
Well, let's just do. I mean, we don't have to do.
Let's
all
go to the
of them.
questions. Let's go there now. Yeah, we'll go there now because normally we wouldn't go till 3:40. So
yeah,
let's hit up them questions. Sup, titty fuckers, says Frog Kid.
What?
And Leah, what is Leah saying over here? Oh.
Oh.
I've had multiple
Leah.
dudes. Yeah, Leah was weird. Leah was like, this is like, whenever something horrible happens, Leah's like, let's get in the car and go look at the bodies.
What?
Yeah, she's really sick.
I don't like bodies.
You don't? Yeah, remember Boston? You were like, let's go down there.
I did not say that.
I know,
You
I'm
know
just-
I didn't.
No, I was just thinking of the old George Carlin joke. Remember that? He'd talk about like if something happened close to you, it was way more exciting. He's like,
You know I can't do that because like I can't even really go to funerals.
you can't even go to. Yeah, that would be weird if you could go look at bodies, but not the funerals. That's weird.
Can't do that. I don't like being near dead bodies.
You remember Carlin said like it's nothing's fun because like something you're on the news like 50 people were killed today and you're like where in Pakistan. Oh fuck Pakistan. He's like, but if you hear that there's if you hear 50 people were killed like in a town next over or something like that, holy shit, Dave, let's get in the car and go look at the bodies. Fucking George Carlin called everything that ever happened like after fucking 1998. It's crazy. The motherfucker was gonna do the I kind of hope a lot of people die, and then the next day was September 11th.
Oh no!
I mean, dude.
No,
hold seriously. On. Hey, how about we throw a guy from the World Trade Center, and whoever he lands on wins the Publishers Clearinghouse?
Well, to be fair, you know Tom Clancy actually predicted 9/11.
Really?
There were many people that did.
Yeah, in '94.
Hasn't The Simpsons predicted like 900 things?
Yeah, that's true.
Did you also know that Tom Clancy was flown to the Pentagon, and they asked him what they could expect next?
Really?
This guy was an author, for God's sake.
I'm
Now,
terrified.
granted, he was in the Air Force or the Navy for many years.
I'm terrified if they need like, hey, can you tell us what's going to happen next? Hey, Bill Clinton did tell them what was going to happen next, and George Bush ignored the report though.
You guys remember that show, the lone
homo?
No, fuck. It was a offshoot of
Lone
X.
homo.
No, it was an offshoot of the X-Files, the Lone Gunman.
The Lone Ranger.
Remember the Lone Gunman TV
Yeah.
show?
I remember Lone Gunman.
They had
I didn't
an
watch
episode
it, but
specifically that sort of, predated and predicted 9/11, where a jet was going to be used to fly into the Twin Towers. So,
and then
a lot of
Cheney
people
stole the idea.
Well, Tom Clancy used to always go on Fox News and tell them, he'd be like, look, I know I write books a lot about this type of stuff, but if we don't increase our defenses, he said, you're going to look at thousands of people dying on U.S. soil within the next 5 years.
Well,
and it literally
he had a
happened
lot of
6 months later.
connections to the military, and people were talking to him. But like the thing is, though, it just wraps up very well because just recently, the New York commissioner of the fire department is now demanding a new investigation into 9/11 because he straight out says we strongly believe that explosives were used to take down 3 buildings.
Yeah. I
So
saw that.
when like official sources or official institutions are saying this and that they want a new investigation, I think it casts a new light onto what could have happened.
Well, Dave, I'm going to have to stop you because that's a show for another day. We'll be on the 9/11 conspiracy thing for 3 hours.
Yeah, we really got to
That's
do
definitely
it.
something we should bring up in the future, but we'll talk about this and I love talking about it.
It's just interesting that this
It
has
is.
just come about now, just last week.
Yeah, they never let us in to look at all the materials. Remember the time Jesse Ventura tried to get in there? Like, can we just look at the wreckage? No. Nobody
I
could.
could find a black box.
I wonder
work
why they
covered
wouldn't let me in. Where did my TV show go? It's not even on Netflix.
Damn.
I
Alex
asked
Jones.
McMahon if he knew where the black box was. He said he didn't know.
The only
I'm telling you,
person,
McMahon.
the only person that Vince McMahon cares about is Pat Patterson's asshole. Sorry. What Ryan Karp starts off the questions. What do you think was the weirdest episode of Monetize This? Last night was kind of weird, but
That wasn't the
I can tell you one of the weirdest ones was the one where I had no co-hosts at all, and I said it was the last episode. That was weird.
50 something, I believe.
And then we ended up taking calls, and it became a show. But for a little while, it was kind of awkward. I was like, I'll see you all later.
I think it was pre-50, Dave. because
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
40 something, but it
40.
was again like it was prior to the time where like monetize what I think it was. It like that episode where Joe didn't even know what was going on. So he had Isaac Rojas on there. He had me. He had some. I think maybe Jaron was on there and Jesse, and like it was like we don't even know what's going on. So let's just go out with a bang. And like that was the change because as soon as that episode aired, you started calling in more often, and by whatever episode at 50 something, you became a staple. So that was a turning point in my opinion.
I think it was 49 is when I called, or 47 is when I called in as Bernie Sanders, and then 49 is when I called in with the cake fart bit, and then after that, Joe was like, "Hey, just come on every week," you know.
I remember thinking to myself, who the fuck is this guy with his fucking cake farts? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, dude, that was hilarious. That was also that episode was great. That was also the episode with the Google car and everything at the end. That whole episode was
Oh,
smooth.
yeah, that's right. Killing people.
Yeah.
And then it's still a staple. Like, people remember me for just, like, ranting and being mad. But, like, people remember JB for, like, bringing out the deer head. For, like, doing, like, specific things that stand out. So he's got one up on me on there.
Well, you did something that stands out. You wanted to fuck.
You wanted all the black people to die.
Oh, that's right.
Black Lives Matter. Yeah.
I mean, Dave, don't shortchange yourself. When you wore the condom
Hey,
beanie, you were sipping whiskey.
It wasn't all black people. It was just anyone that was associated with BLM, black or white.
Yeah, remember he had that goofy fucking OD green condom beanie.
The condom beanie.
And you were
and
so
you were
mad.
sipping that little bitty half pint of fucking whiskey, going, "Ah, yeah."
I read books. You don't read books.
Kill you.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna die thinking about it. Just the fact I can still remember him sipping that whiskey, going, "Ah."
What episode was that? It was like fucking 48 or something.
Dude, it may not be up anymore because of what happened to your channel.
It will
but
come up. It will come back eventually. I'll have it back eventually.
there used to be an unlisted video of Dave Rose doing that rant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude is so funny.
It was so.
Yeah.
My Uncle Bill would kill you. Like
He did. He would kill you
That's
where
right,
you
yeah.
stand.
Oh, that was when he talked about killing someone with a fish.
no, that was
right?
a different episode.
No, that
Oh,
was
was that a
we were
different
talking.
one?
That was during the Aurora
That was
Shooting.
during the
shooting.
Yeah, I remember we were talking. I just thought it was that episode, but I must have it wrong.
Yeah, it was a different one.
No, but that people remember me for saying that
Dude,
kill people.
those were the legitimate Wild West times of monetized this. They really were.
You know, I could kill you with a fish, eh?
I just remember he goes, "My Uncle Bill would kill you where you stand."
Yeah. Fucking tables.
Jay Nasty says, "What are your thoughts on the shooting in El Paso?" I think we talked a lot about it
we
already,
talked about it.
but it's fucking awful. Is the one is just
Yeah,
so
it's
fucking
terrible. It's really sad.
I wish I didn't have kids and I had a machine gun because I would have showed up, looking for somebody. Well, no, I would have never been able to get there, but I like to think about that. Glorious Eugene says, Quentin Tarantino, one of the greatest directing, or is he overrated? He's one of my
I think it's a
favorite.
little overrated.
Top 5 for me, but that's just me.
What was
He
the
does the
question?
same thing every time, kind of, but I still like him.
Whether Quentin Tarantino's overrated or not.
Overrated? No, I don't think
Or
so.
one of the best directors, he said. He kind of like...
I
2 out of
think
3 ain't
that,
bad.
I think that Reservoir Dogs, Pulp, Kill Bill, and Django Unchained are probably amongst my favorites. But yeah, I don't think he's overrated. All of his movies are great.
Yeah. I think, you know what you're going to get when you see him. He doesn't have a lot of...
Very dialogue-heavy movies, and I like that.
Me too. Well, because the dialogue's good. If you have a dialogue-heavy movie and the dialogue isn't good...
But like Clerks is a big dialogue movie that's great. And I think that Quentin Tarantino does about... I think the directors I like that do have dialogue-heavy movies are always good. But it has to be a good director.
I like Kubrick and Quentin Tarantino are like in my somewhere in the top 5, top 10 somewhere for me. James and Monica says, what was Bailey watching last night that had him in a trance at the end of Monetize This?
Some sort of Arnold movie? Everyone was guessing in the chat.
Actually, no. It was 1984's Red Dawn.
Oh, nice. Wolverines.
He just got up. He didn't say like, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. He just got up like a zombie.
Well,
And-
the one thing that really didn't come across very well is I was low key like fucking wasted. Like I was drinking genuine draft all night. And
Well, I mean, you were watching the movie with your mouth like hanging open.
Yeah, I did.
Kind of like gathered that.
You look like you're on drugs. Like you
look like somebody like sedated you and just sat you there like drooling on yourself.
Let's be honest. You basically just called me a fucking mouth breather.
Your mouth was hanging open. Go look at the video.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if you can.
Well,
but...
the math checks out.
Well, hey, remember the last time he fell asleep on his own stream? You had drool coming out of your mouth.
That was beautiful. People love that.
You drool dripping out of your mouth. We were laughing about it. I go, dude, his mouth just came. That's what I said. That was so. Yeah, that you have a thing for that.
I'll tell you, dude. I'll never forget the time. This is when me and Keish had first moved out, and I had fallen asleep, and she came in, and I had a pillow, like I was like cuddled up with a pillow, and I had drool everywhere. And she comes in there, and she's like, "Hey, you got to be at work in an hour," and she goes, "Jesus, you got drool. Go clean yourself off." We never lived together. She had no idea that like literally when I sleep I drool like a fucking pig.
Oh my god. You
Well, I guess
sick
as long as
bastard.
you don't snore, you're okay, right?
I'm not a heavy snorer. Keisha's though. It's fucking brutal.
Really?
Oh god. But she has like real bad sinus issues, kind of like me, and so like she's got asthma and shit. So like when it comes to snoring, it's just like it's like.
So each of you drown each other out, or?
And Bailey
between
shitting.
my farting and her snoring, it's just kind of like a battle.
Well, it's better than the other way around, I guess.
Do you ever Dutch oven your wife?
I've done it many times, and it's
You
always
are a sick
resulted in-
bastard, and I salute you.
It's always rewarded with a few slaps to the face. There's an art to Dutch ovening that people forget or just don't know. There's an art to it because a lot of people will fart under the bed sheets and then kind of keep it on there nice and warm and cook it and then kind of cook it. The trick though is making sure the fart is silent because you don't want to tip them off. You don't want to be like a little and they're like, come on. No, you want to just like barely squeeze it out where it's like it's just like it's like hot air, and then you let it get under there and get cooking warm. And then you're like, "All right, good night." You leave over, you kiss them on the cheek, and then you kind of rough the blanket up, and then it just hits them right in the face like a fucking Tyson punch. And they're like,
Oh God,
terrible, but I love it.
Leah, what would you do if Krona never Dutch oven you?
Punch him in the nuts. I'd be under the blanket. He'd be holding the blanket over my head. He'd have no defense. Oh!
That's what you'd really be doing. Come on.
Yeah, that's
No,
about
you
it.
can ask him. I fight dirty.
You fuck dirty.
I can see
No,
that.
she'll grab and she'll squeeze, and
You
Joe
just
will
grab his
definitely
shit up
have
and
to.
squeeze it.
Thoughts on the Big Show? Did something happen to the Big Show today? I wasn't watching news at all today.
His thoughts on the Big Show.
Is he dead?
Good. I mean, what? Is he?
I don't know. He said thoughts on the Big Show. Kissy Logan.
But JB, do you know who died today? Right?
A bunch of people.
JB, do you know?
no.
Sam Elliott.
God.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What?
Yeah.
NRA supporter. Sorry.
1938 to 2019. Dead at 83.
He looks a lot like Sutherland, right there, in the picture you sent me.
Yeah, what's it called?
Why are we so quiet right now? Like, I mean, like
Donald, not Kiefer. Donald.
Yeah. Why is everybody so quiet? Like the president just got shot or something.
Well, JB's gathering his thoughts. He's.
You can't
touched
believe
by
it.
This issue.
You're a piece of shit, Dave.
I'm sorry, dude. It's not my fault, but
No, Sam Elliott didn't fucking die.
What are you talking about?
He's not dead.
What? He sent this to me like 2 hours ago.
Dude, I seriously almost had a heart attack. I almost started crying.
He's not
dude.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, who cares?
Sam Elliott is one of my favorite actors.
Why?
Did I fall for some fake news?
Oh my God. Well, for one, Sam Elliott's
If I
not
was you,
born.
I probably would have just played that off as like, ha ha, got you.
No, fuck that. I'm very passionate about my man candy. All right.
Fucking
Okay,
I mean, I'm talking
and I
about
s-
Dave.
Elliot
Dave
died,
just been
3
like, ha,
shooters.
ha,
No, I'm
got
not.
you.
No, but
Sam
I'm
Elliott was not
sure.
born in 1938, by the way, but he's
Okay.
not dead.
Okay, unfortunately, no. Sorry, let me correct that. Not unfortunately, he's still alive. Thank God.
Was he a
No, but
racist?
it was one of those things where like, you don't want like a guy like this to like leave the world too soon, and like
mean,
he's
we
done
just
such
got
great contributions to film.
We
So-
just talked about fucking Tombstone like an hour and a half ago.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to bring it up. But like, hey,
And Roadhouse.
everyone point and laugh at Dave.
It's 3:20,
Wait.
so Tommy's texting me all kinds of things right now.
Wait,
Tom
Yeah,
Gary.
somebody told him what we did.
No.
Tom, yeah, it has to be because
No, he's
I'm gonna
texting me
send-
like, look at this, Joe. Like
Tell him
that.
to call in.
Let me have Tommy call
What
in.
what is there to look at 3 in the morning?
Just tell him to call in for the
I
last
can't-
hour.
That can't wait until tomorrow.
Oh, call in and
Pornography.
talk about it. We're uncorrupted right now with me and Bailey and Leah. So call
come
up.
on,
and-
Leah. We know that he doesn't.
Leah's about to do a fake orgasm on the show.
Leah, we know that he does.
No,
look
he'll be here now.
pornography, so like he'd be up
Oh,
You
he'll
know.
call now. Now he'll call.
with a pizza in one hand and his cock in another. while
I would
he's-
be scared to see his search history, though.
Now you just
Why?
freak me out.
Because a bunch of alphabetical
Why?
letters.
Like what Tommy's typing in, not just
No,
Google,
what,
but
what,
like
what he's saying.
Pornhub or
What he's saying. He can't type. He's saying things.
Well,
Oh,
it
yeah,
still goes into the search engine. The computer is made to like take a verbal command. So it'd be like Google search for pizza pornography and he'll get it.
Imagine if we saw Tommy fucking a pizza that leaked out.
Oh my god.
That would be the greatest fucking thing. Kissy Logan, thank you. Archnolia Strogelbean says, read my message to you concerning JB to JB. I want to hear how he thinks he is more knowledgeable than anyone else on the planet Earth. Please tell us again on how you are so much more than the rest of us, or we're all peons compared to you. We pay homage to your brilliance and wish we were in your league. You're such a saga. Wish
How's it
one.
spelled?
I suppose the Beatles were just another garage band in your eyes. Arcnolia Strokelbean says that to you, JB. Clearly upset.
Are you sure that's addressed to JB or me?
I was gonna say that, but Dave beat me too.
He says
he's got to be talking about Dave.
He says JB twice. He says
Well, then he
JB
references
twice.
the Beatles, so this has to be in reference to all the music talk that's been going on.
Yeah,
lately.
I'm gonna give Mr. Fucking Faggot Bean here a preemptive strike.
Okay.
If you are talking about me, you can go fuck yourself right in your faggot ass, you piece of shit. Because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't have an air to me that I know.
Initially, I thought, yeah, that's geared to me, but like he said your name twice, so I'm like starting to think now maybe he is talking about JB and
Quite
you know,
honestly,
bringing up the Beatles and stuff.
I don't know. I'm not 100% who he's talking about, but he does say JB twice, so I don't know. Maybe he's drunk.
Why would I think the Beatles are a fucking garage band? That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. Maybe it's because of what you said about Pink Floyd. He's upset. I don't know.
What did I say about Pink Floyd?
I think you said they were overrated.
I do think they're overrated, but that doesn't mean they're not good. I like Pink Floyd.
I had the same exact conversation with Joe earlier.
Yeah,
And
like
with that same context though.
Yeah, like I love Pink Floyd. I love their music. I just think they're overrated. Dude, you look down. People are walking down the streets wearing fucking Dark Side of the Moon T-shirts, and they're talking about how they love Pink Floyd. You ask them to name one song, it's "Wish You Were Here." Like, shut up.
Yeah,
like, they are overrated.
I get what you're saying. Queen is a little bit less.
Queen's like that too.
Oh, really? Oh, well, anyway, here's Tommy NC.
Hey, guys. How you guys doing?
Hey,
Good,
Tommy.
Tommy.
I just wrote a blog today.
How are you? About Tommy?
Yeah.
What?
Did you read it, Tommy?
No, I did not. No one sent me. Normally, sometimes I see stuff on Twitter. No one sent anything to me, so I didn't see it.
That's JB's website.
It was a
for you.
blog about forest fires and how dangerous they are.
No, come on.
No, Tommy, we just read that clip. I'm fucking around. We just saw that clip on Reddit where they were talking about the forest fire thing, Anthrit. You remember the clip we're talking about?
It's weird. I don't know why
it's from a long time ago, right, Joe?
It's trending for some reason, so I was like, well, that's weird. But anyway, welcome, Tommy, to the show, man. How you been, bro?
I've been doing good. I got this random message from you, Joe. He's like, "Hey, Tommy, come on the show and talk about this." And I'm like, "What? Wilkins Coffee?"
Yeah. What did you send me? I haven't seen it because I couldn't.
All right,
I couldn't play it.
I found this clip on Facebook about Wilkins Coffee, and in the whole entire ad, they're puppets. And he's like, "Have you had Wilkins Coffee?" He's like, "No." And they shoot the other puppet with a gun. And I'm like, and then it's like, the first one is like, "What do you think about Wilkins Coffee?" "Never drank it." And then he turns the cannon, it shoots the puppet in the face, and he falls over. The next one is, "You ever had Wilkins Coffee?" And he says, "No, never drank it." And then he shoots him with a gun. And like, there's all these little clips of like back in the 50s of like Wilkins Coffee. And today, I'm saying that in today's world, that would never be featured on television. Honestly, that kind of violence would never be featured on modern day 2019 television.
That is true. That it definitely would be. JB, where'd JB go? JB, where'd you go? JB told me to take Tommy's call and then gets up and walks away.
Went to kill himself.
Hey,
Butt drugs.
take JB's put Tommy on the show and then he leaves.
Well, I guess he is a fan of the suppositories.
Were you not there for butt drugs?
No.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not playing it again. We played it 3 times this month. Not doing that again.
I'm not.
I don't think you have to
Dave
say
anyway,
anything,
so I
Leah.
can't even send it. But I found a funny clip. I don't have any way of sending it.
Tommy's
wait
there
a minute,
ever
I
been
can
a,
put it in the Skype thing.
there ever been a
could.
shooting in Black Mountain, Tommy? Like a bad shooting?
No, there was no shootings in Black Mountain.
Ever? I'm just asking.
I've never heard of any shootings here.
No,
Okay.
you heard the headline wrong, Joe. There was shooting of blacks in Black Mountain.
Oh, God.
Ha, ha, ha.
Well, JB
Now-
JB wanted to ask you about how's everything been going? You know, in your apartment with the old lady downstairs? Has she died yet?
No, she hasn't died.
Well, will you take care of her if she does?
I mean, I don't talk to her that much, really. So I talked to her a few times, but not that much.
What's your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Terminator 2.
Wow, you and Bailey look at the same thing. Same movie.
Because I honestly, one of the reasons why I like Terminator 2 was the shotgun he used. It was very just like that, kind of like reloading shotgun. I always like that he aims it as he's like this master truck is coming out his way, and he just aims it. He fires and blows up the whole entire truck just with one shot like that. I'm like, I thought that was always funny.
That movie. That sound effect was amazing.
Oh, Lee, I remember now. I remember.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's your second favorite Arnold movie?
And that commercial's so long too.
Trying to think of another good Arnold movie.
Junior, you love to see me pregnant.
Yeah.
No, I did not like that movie. I did not like that movie. I thought it was stupid.
Yeah, Junior was
good.
dumb.
Twins was enjoyable. Conan. There's so many.
I think it's interesting. They paint Arnold as this big, massive cigar smoking, whiskey drinking, motherfucker.
So.
But that's what he is, though.
That's what he is, Tom.
What is he, though?
I think he's more than that. I think that he's kind of been a staple through different times and different centuries, I think. And he's more than just that.
He's a time traveler?
Father, he's an actor.
He's an adulterer.
He's an adulterer. Yeah. Yeah.
When we look past that, he's just a human being.
When you look past that.
Tommy.
Wow. Well, the commandments don't look past
We're
it.
all just human beings. We all make mistakes. And then people want to hold the smallest nugget of things over our head because we made a mistake.
Well, your religion has that on the commandments, Tommy. He broke the 10 commandments.
Nobody.
He broke the 10 commandments. He broke a lot of them, to be honest. I think he's a scumbag.
Tommy, what are you itching your tooth for?
Are you okay?
I thought I had something in sometimes when I eat food, I get something in the back of my teeth, and I had to.
Oh, okay. I gotta be honest, it's pretty gross thinking about it.
Well,
I mean, dude, it's kind of disturbing watching him try to free it up from the back. I gotta be honest with you, it's like watching somebody try to get a popcorn kernel out of their teeth, but Tommy's making these fucked faces, and I can't take it.
Yeah, there are sexy faces. I would say that.
What I'm sick of seeing now is these freaking remakes of Disney movies. I'm sorry, Disney is just all they're doing is trying to make money. Oh, we're trying to make new Disney movies for the new children. It's like, go to the stores and buy the old movies, buy the old Lion King movie, buy the Mulan movie, the original animated feature, and that's how you make your money, Disney. Don't make classics that we grew up watching with good voice actors and then try to
make it really this fucking triggered right now?
Tommy, I got to tell you, Tommy, they are making like some of the most money ever right now because of these movies. Yeah. They suck, but they're
Tommy,
making.
What I would recommend for you is to get a time machine and travel about 40, 50 years into the future, because that's maybe when you're going to start to see an end to all the remakes. Because after all, how many movies does Disney have animated, and how many have we seen so far translated into a live action? Expect many more. So just accept.
Wait till they do the live action part 2s. That'll be really good. Nicholas Rivera, are you excited for the upcoming DC movies, Birds of Prey, etc.? My answer is real quick, Nicholas Rivera. Love you, buddy. My answer is no. I'm not going to see any more movie. Oh no, wait, DC movies? You're talking about Birds of Prey?
Yeah, but it's got.
I want to see the Joker movie. That's
Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn isn't part of
Is Jared Leto turning that back as the Joker in this one?
It's unclear. He's rumored. Yeah. There was apparent rumors that he was on set of Birds of Prey, and that he was mentioned in pre-production for Suicide Squad. So we don't really know.
So what's happening with Joker then?
I just want to watch the Joker movie.
I think they're waiting to see how well
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker does, and maybe somehow they can figure out a way to write him in. I don't know how. I know how they could do it, but I don't know how they're going to do it.
No, but I kind of see this Joker tale really as an Elseworlds tale. It's not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're taking pieces from The Killing Joke. They're taking pieces from the '60s. They're piecing together an entire. It's a film. It's obviously not canon, but I just think they can say it's not canon, but once it comes out and it does really well, there is tons of ways that they can write him into the current DC universe.
But
one
this
thing
actually
it ticks me off about this is if it not being non-canon, I mean, it's just a standalone movie, and we finally get a good actor that plays the Joker. He's a method actor. You know, Joaquin Phoenix is an amazing method actor, and he does an amazing job at what he does. But it's non-canon, and it's like, why would you do that?
Why?
DC
I'll tell you exactly why. Because for the same reason that Marvel, with the new Disney streaming system, is going to release What If, which is the equivalent of DC's Elseworlds. Sorry.
Jesus.
It's basically alternate realities of stories. So there's so many on either side of those comic companies that provide alternate stories of what if this happened, or this and that there's just so much potential to, if you can acclimatize the audience to accepting that, yeah, you can see alternate versions of comic book history, you might be able to actually build onto something and start to release more. Marvel knows that. That's why they're making a What If series. If DC, being as smart as they are with the movies, can replicate this same thing using the movies, you've got a fucking home run.
By the way, multiple fatalities in Oregon right now as a shooting at a bar. Active shooter.
Oh.
Active shooter in Oregon right now.
Well, to answer Nicholas Rivera, yes, I'm excited for Birds of Prey. I noticed you put etc. I wouldn't have led in with Birds of Prey because I'm actually excited for The Flash. I'm excited for Batman. I'm excited for the Cyborg. I'm excited for they're actually launching the Justice League characters, which is what they should have done a few years ago rather than putting Justice League out. But the fact they're going to be launching the Flash, the Batman, Cyborg, and I'm excited for Cyborg. He's an all-time character. I'm just excited for the DC EU.
Well, what do you think of my assessment about the ability to harness a potential alternate? Because again, you see the same thing with Star Trek, where you've got the alternate timeline. So, if you can get the audience, onto that, don't you think there's a lot of potential to have parallel, stories where you've got like the main sort of universe with Batman doing his thing?
Well, it already exists in the comic books.
No, of course. But what I'm saying is movie-wise, because that's the big thing is like geeks like us love the fucking comics. We can understand multiple timelines, but it's the audience with the movies that they're trying to attract. They kind of done it with the TV shows with the conglomerate of all these crossovers with all the different stupid TV shows and stuff from DC, for example. But they can show that there's alternate universes. Can we get like a movie audience to agree with that?
Well, but they've done it with
Something I want to say about Batman is, people say this all the time, Batman does not kill people. Yes, Batman does kill people. When Batman throws those batarangs into like villains and stuff like that, he's hitting them in the face or hitting them in the neck. Batman is killing people.
Batman doesn't kill people.
Wrong.
Yes, he does.
Wrong. You've watched some weird
Golden Age Batman does.
JB, those batarangs are razor sharp. You even see it in the Chris Nolan series that those are freaking sharp. Okay?
He doesn't do it to kill them.
He does not have intent to kill them, Tommy. You've watched that weird YouTube video that's going around about Zack Snyder's Batman being a fucking serial killer, and every Batman film, there's always a speculation. Well, that guy would have died after that. That's always going to happen. But it's like, some villains do get killed. Like Catwoman fucking literally killed Bane. Like that's the thing. Yes. That's
JB's on dial-up right now.
Why does it sound like we're listening to Bailey over AM radio?
Really?
It sounds worse than AM radio, to be honest. That was so weird. It's probably just the bandwidth.
Does it still sound bad?
Yeah, you sound like you're calling from a walkie-talkie all of a sudden. Yeah, his video is all fucked up too. Like I can see you, but you're like wicked pixelated. It's almost like
you're super digitalized. Like
it's almost like there was a big drop on the internet.
He's getting sucked into the Matrix.
Maybe, or it could be my internet because I'll tell you, my computer just had a problem. So
no, I see Tommy just fine.
Yeah,
we're all fine and he's not. So
did it help at all, or is it still better?
yeah,
That's better.
It's a little better now. Yeah, you're looking better. Okay. Could be the video. All the videos up. All right, let's move to the next one. We got sausage. Might have asked you this already, Joe. What's your favorite?
Sausage.
It's Mr. Motherfucking Sausage. And he says, Joe, I might have asked you this already, but what's your favorite? Oh, MF Doom track. I mean, something from like probably Doomsday, because like that's the first thing I heard. One beer Doomsday. You hear this?
Is it weird that I thought that was Tommy laughing?
I thought it was you.
No, that was the song.
Like that's you hear that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was MF Doom. That was Doomsday. I like Doomsday. That's the first one I ever heard. Obviously, probably like a lot of people. So there you go, Doomsday. The Quam Bomb says, if you could go back in time and recast yourself in your favorite movie, what would it be? Oh, dude, Chili Cheese J kind of answered. I'd probably pick that one, maybe.
Question.
That's a good one. I'd probably be. I'll tell you, I got two, maybe. I don't know. I'd either do Back to the Future. I'd be Marty McFly, or I would be, motherfucker. I lost the second. Indiana. I'd be like Indiana Jones or something. Yeah. One of those two.
I would be young John Connor in 3-2.
What the hell was that?
What the fuck?
Did you just kill somebody?
I killed somebody in GTA 5, yes.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I saw his ball bag! Oh
Yeah.
my
Yes,
god!
Are you not wearing pants, Tommy?
Oh,
Yes, I'm wearing pants. What do you mean?
your ball bag was hanging out of your boxers, man.
No, it's not.
Oh, I'm so glad I video.
Oh my god. I'm glad
I'm so
the video's
glad I'm
not up.
looking at Warcraft.
Tommy's
my
reaction makes me
God.
think that JB is correct.
No, we just saw Tommy's ball bag. Everybody, luckily I took the video down. Oh my god.
Tommy.
Thank god the video wasn't up.
I think JB's eyes are bleeding now.
How big is it, JB?
I've got bad eyes. I don't know. It was like brown and like orangey looking. Like you could see the wrinkles and like the ball lining and stuff.
Oh my
Ball
god.
line.
I don't know what you saw, JB, but that was definitely not my balls.
No, it was your balls,
Tommy,
dude.
It was.
No, that was your balls. We saw your balls.
Then you
I don't
might
know why
want to
you
get
guys
that
are so
checked.
obsessed with my balls.
Because we just
honestly.
saw them on your camera.
Saw him. Your camera was laying on the floor. You stepped over with your boxers to pick it up. We saw your fucking bag, dude.
Oops.
Gross, dude. Fuck.
Hey Bailey, maybe turn your video off. Maybe that will fix your audio problem.
Oh, it's still going.
It's all
now?
fucked up
Yeah.
again. Yeah, like,
Turn off your video.
digitalized. Just turn your video off. That might do it.
Is that better?
Not yet,
No.
but sometimes it takes a little bit. But yeah, what about everybody else's favorite movie character besides Tommy's balls? God damn it.
I don't know. That'll take me some time to think about.
All right, think about that, and we'll go
I
to the
suggest
next
you
one.
move on.
A Tree Root says, if you had 24 hours to do whatever you wanted in any city, what would you do? Anything you wanted? Like you can't get arrested? I'd go to Montreal,
These are
Canada.
good questions.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Did it come through that I said I wanted to be young John Connor in T2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you went, oh!
Yeah, that's right. That was when we saw Tommy's ball
Wait, were you
bag.
talking about favorite characters or ones you wanted to be?
Once you wanted to be recasted as.
Yeah, if you could be in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, if you could play that character, sort of thing.
I don't
Or if you could be that character.
Tommy, did you just fart, by the way?
Probably a
No,
Star
I
Trek.
just shot
fan.
somebody with a sniper rifle.
Oh, God.
He's murdering people and smiling.
He's playing.
Did you
Playing
fart?
them
I
video
shot
games.
somebody.
I'd be Riker,
Tom-
man. I'd be
Hey,
Riker.
Tommy.
Or Captain Kirk.
Yes.
Oh, God damn it! Nasty.
Did you hear that, Tommy?
Yeah, was that you pretending to fart?
No, I actually farted.
I sometimes wonder what Joe's reaction is sometimes in the morning when he gets one of my fart messages.
Yeah,
I'm stealing content. By the
I
way.
usually play it. I play Tommy's farts. Like he's been sending these to
You're
me.
just a bad influence, JB.
I'll go like, oh, I wonder what Tommy sent me. And they'll be like, and I'll be like, oh fuck. That's usually what it is. And then I'll start thinking about how he just sent that to 18 other people anyway. So I'm not even special. But anyway, let's move on to questions. Look at Tommy's face. I love you, Tommy. Okay, yeah, no, I'd run through the streets of Montreal with a Bruins jersey screaming, fuck you all, for no reason. And just, like, get away with it. Or, like, I don't know, I'd burn a New York Yankees flag.
Be great.
In New York. I would, if I could, I'd take a shit all over New York. Chili, anybody else want to answer that one? In a city, what would you do?
I would set up. Well, I better not say that. Never mind. I would go to. Yeah, I really can't say what I would do.
Yeah, I'm
like
not
I know
really
what I
sure.
would do, but I just can't say it.
Oh God.
Yeah, it deals.
You know what's funny
with-
is I thought of like 3 or 4 things too that I was like, I can't say that.
Yeah, like I literally did. Like I mean, it's really bad, but I can't say it.
Well, your guys,
What's wrong with
minds
you guys?
must be clean or sicker than mine because I can't even imagine what you guys are thinking. I'm just thinking, for example, like what city would have a great selection of food that I could just go and eat from, and you guys are talking about things that I can't even comprehend.
terroristic acts. Yeah, like what the
It can
fuck?
Be, it can be recreational. Oh,
Like,
okay, it could be something happening.
Yeah, like I would go to I'd go to Japan and eat
I don't
sushi.
want to know.
I'd go to the red light
This might be
district.
illegal.
I was
red
thinking like
line.
mass destruction, but
That's
oh,
what I
okay,
was
yeah.
thinking of.
This
I
is
would,
fucked up. No, it said you could do anything you want. You have 24 hours to do whatever you want in a city.
Oh, well,
Like-
Oh shit.
I don't know. My instinct isn't just to go destroy shit. But
Mine was like shit in the streets in New York. Ah!
Yeah, Joe's talking about shitting everywhere. Me and Leah are thinking like total
launch nuclear
destruction.
weapons or something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm starting
You're
to think.
talking
now.
about eating a fucking burger or something. It's like what?
Yeah.
Canadian.
I'd go to
So
what
the
do you
Canadian is compared to the American.
realistically. I'd go.
Stop blowing shit up, Dave.
Dude, you would go to Japan, you'd go to one of the candy shops, and then you'd go to like a sushi bar, and then you'd go to one of those red light districts where you fuck the girl in the little inner tube room. Like that's exactly what you would do in Japan.
Inner tube.
Yeah, they got these little fucking like you go down the hall and there's rooms, there's like 40 rooms, and you pick the girl's pictures on the outside and you pick one and you go in, you just bang her in this little
Why is
bubble.
this something
You get
you
to
have
sing karaoke at the
information
same
on?
time.
Yeah,
I saw
like
it-
why are you so well like educated on that?
I saw a documentary on red light districts.
Why would you watch that documentary?
It was wicked interesting.
He was horny. Come on.
It was fucking wicked cool.
It's wicked interesting. The girls stand in the fucking all these. We don't have them here, so I was like, "That's weird." Girls
I
like
just shot a chicken.
what, Tommy?
I just shot a chicken.
I just shot a chicken.
That needed to be on Valentine's Day.
Got 16 fried chicken tonight.
Play your fucking clips.
Oh my god. Anyway, what? Chili Cheese J says, "What is your favorite motherfucking Mel Brooks film?"
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
I don't know, man. There's a lot to go off of.
Yeah.
Which
Young
movie is that? Which movie was that? Oh, which movie is where he says the sheriff is on? The sheriff.
Blazing
is on
Saddles.
Blazing
Blazing Saddles. Yeah.
Yes, Blazing Saddles.
It's
That was
I
a brilliant
always-
movie too.
Spaceballs was always good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
Spaceballs is up there with me.
Spaceballs, Young Frankenstein, and Blazing
Yep.
Saddles. I'm going those
Yeah.
three.
Those are.
I'm going to be a little different here. I'm actually going to say because he did
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Hood Men in Tights.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with that
That's
one.
a great movie too.
I'd say Robin Hood Men in Tights. The Producers I thought was funny, kind of This is a little bit weird, but that was kind of funny.
The original or the remake?
The remake.
What? I thought he did the
Producers was a remake.
In the 1967 one?
Oh, sorry. I think that was the original, and then they made a remake in the 90s, was it?
Yeah,
but I think he
guess
was
so.
involved in that, though. Maybe executive producer. I just remember hearing that, they were making it, and,
I
he
can
was
tell you. I can
involved
tell
in
you
that.
one of his worst ones was like that Leslie Nielsen one. If he did that, I don't even know if he did that one.
Naked Gun?
No, not. I love Naked Gun.
No, he didn't do Naked Gun.
Didn't he do a Leslie Nielsen one? It was like.
Was it a vampire one?
Yeah, it was a vampire.
Oh yeah, it was like Dead and Loving It or something.
Yeah, it was
Like,
Dracula.
Isn't Nielsen still alive?
No, he died.
Yeah.
Last year? Not long ago. It's not long ago. I think
He didn't die. He didn't die very long ago because he actually managed to do voice work for Toy Story 4 before he died.
Yeah, he was. I thought it was 2 years ago, but
I can't remember the name of the movie you're talking about, but it's something like "I'm Dead and I Love It" or something like that.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen did die in 2010. It was a while. It was. I was gonna say 8 years ago, so I was close. He's from Canada, by the way. I love Leslie Nielsen. He was funny. He did the same thing in every movie, but
It's called Dracula Dead and Loving It.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was horrible, but it was funny, kind of. But it was like, wow, whoa, what the fuck is this? He's got so many other movies that were that were a lot better.
The Schwartz is strong with you.
No, the ones in the Winnebago. Say goodbye to your two best friends, and I don't mean the ones in the Winnebago. Lone Star. Oh my Christ.
Oh,
all right.
my balls!
My favorite Mel Brooks movie was Super Jew. J.R. Ford III says, God, please hurt Tommy NC 2010. His heart is black since returning from New York, and Crystal needs a real man. Me and Jesus name, amen.
Dickhead.
Wow. J.R. Ford III going savage with more of a... You know what's weird about that is he left that comment. Tommy is not normally on Corrupted. So there's no chance he knew Tommy was going to be here tonight because Tommy doesn't usually come on this show. So the fact that Tommy's here and he left that comment 4 hours ago is kind of funny. But at least Tommy was here to hear it. So it wasn't like he said it behind his back. Guz617, which I like that name because it's from our area code, and Guz to me insinuates guzzling cum. Best soundtrack for a video game, he says. Best soundtrack for a video game. Well, I'm going
Mega Man 3.
It's got to be Skyrim, honestly.
Omega Boost.
Mega Man 3.
I'm going
Skyrim.
I'm going Halo, hands down, baby.
Although
That's a good one.
Warcraft has some awesome fucking music.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. World of Warcraft is great, but
Yeah, but the
Skyrim
thing-
is just good.
Yeah, but like
I
with
like-
Warcraft, I was just going to say there's so many different instances where you have different but unique music where they put a lot of time into making it sound good. So each city, for example, just gives you the feel of that just from the music alone. So
Yeah, the stuff that came out in this last expansion too was like really good. And they did this whole cinematic with one of the characters with a song.
Oh my god, the fucking the score to the Battle
Daughter
for
of the
Azeroth.
Sea. Oh.
Well, no, the Old Soldier score too. When you listen to that, oh my god. Because it's quiet.
Basically,
You know what I'm
our
talking
answer
about.
is
The Old Soldier cinematic.
our favorite games are the ones with the best music, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's basically what
There's
the
no
answer
way
I
is.
like The Witcher too. The Witcher soundtrack.
I haven't heard it.
There's only one song I like from Halo, and it's like the really sad and depressing song that's in Halo 4.
I like how you narrowed it down.
I mean, I can't believe that of all the games you said the song from Halo 4 is. It's like I want to choke you right now. It's like weird. It's like I very much want to come through the Skype and just choke you out.
Burn you.
I won't be able to fit my hands around your fucking stub. But
Fuck
no,
you, Joe.
but the first Halo soundtrack is a masterpiece. That whole thing is every other Halo song that comes out is a derivative of that.
Derivative.
Derivative of that. But yeah, I think all the Halo music is good, so I'm there with you, Tommy, a little bit. But Halo 4 is the sellout one where 343 were assholes. Guz says most memorable Christmas story. Wow, that's Christmas story from Christmas.
I'm guessing he means like something that is out of the blue or different, because the majority of my Christmas stories are actually enjoyable, fun times with family where, I mean, there's nothing, there's no story there.
It's
just
weird.
good
It's
time with
just
family.
the weird that question comes in August. Like, I'm just saying, like that, like if it was like a week before Christmas, I'd be like, yeah, let's tell our, but right now that's strange.
I like your thinking. You're actually thinking logically here. I'm going to, well, maybe this reason and that. No, you're like, it's fucking August. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what the fuck is happening?
What are you thinking, Dave? Shut up.
I can say the first Christmas when Gavin was born.
Why? Because we put a tree inside of a popcorn tin?
Yeah, because we looked everywhere for one of those stupid stands and couldn't find one. But we made, we fixed it. We made it work, and it was our first Christmas, doing everything ourselves. And
Yeah.
so, I don't know. I really
And then our
remember
last
that.
Christmas doing that ourselves for 10 years.
What did you put the tree in?
A popcorn
One of the
tin.
popcorn tin.
I didn't have we
Just to hold it up, I guess.
Yeah. Well, but not only that, I had to tie. What I did was there was 2 chairs in the room, so I tied a jump rope that had broken. I think I tied it around the stem on the bottom, and then I brought it to the couch, tied it around the couch, and then on the right side I pulled it out on the other side of something else. So that's what was holding the tree up.
Nice.
We didn't have a stand.
Load-bearing jump ropes.
Exactly.
It worked.
It did. And then it fell on the dog. But no, Melly was a baby. But yeah, so I like that apartment, being in the apartment. Yeah, I would say that. And then there was the Christmas from my
She's
father.
knocked over multiple trees because she's
Yeah.
kind of a dink.
Yeah, she tries to climb them.
No, she tracks back and forth, when the kids are around.
Yeah.
And we only had one spot where we could put the tree for the past 9 Christmases. And it just happened to be not enough room, so she would whack into it all the time.
What do you think Clover's going to do this year?
Destroy it.
Oh, no.
She's going to eat the ornaments, probably, is what's going to happen.
Oh, shit.
What was the
I don't know if she probably won't be uncrated, unsupervised at that point, so.
You think so?
Glass. Looks delicious.
I don't think so. She won't even be, she'll be just over a year.
One more surgery from her, and I will buy a bow and arrow and can say goodbye to her.
Oh, no.
No, I mean, it's, she's getting there with training, but she's also a lab, and labs chew, and it can take them a long time to grow out of that.
And if she dies,
That's why when you put your bulb on your tree, you put them up above it so the dog won't get it.
But she's a lab. She'll chew anything. She'll chew a tree. She'll chew the branches. She'll chew the pine needles. Doesn't matter.
She'll chew her dick. She'll chew a land
she'll chew
cable.
a dick.
Yeah. Well, that problem has been solved.
I'd love to see Tommy versus a dog in a fight. Think about how funny that would be.
Well, I did have a story one time, where I was walking down a trail in Black Mountain, and as I was walking, I saw one of the police officers, one of the local Black Mountain police officers, and as I'm walking,
He was beating the shit out of a black guy. Sorry.
And then he gave him condoms.
No.
Yeah,
As I was walking, a dog apparently had gone out of its enclosure and was growling at me. I didn't have anything on me to protect myself. Next thing I hear is whoop, whoop, whoop. And I look around, there's the police officer. He's like, Tommy, step back. And he walked towards this dog and undid his gun belt. And I was like, okay, man.
What?
Wait, what?
Was he gonna fuck you?
Well, no, he drew his taser out. He opened up his clip to pull his taser out on the dog, so the dog would. Because if that officer hadn't been there, that dog would have probably killed me.
Killed you? Jesus.
Did he tase the dog though?
No, he kept threatening the dog that he was going to tase it, but they eventually got the dog back there in the enclosure.
Did the dog understand? He was like, I will tase you. They gave him more of a chance than a black man. A black guy, they just would have shot him. But the dog, they're like, hey, listen.
What kind of dog was this?
It was a can't remember what kind of dog it was, but it was definitely angry and vicious.
And it had teeth.
It was Angry,
It was angry.
ambitious.
Listen to you. Like apparently in Black Mountain, dogs are like real people. It's like they fucking. Oh my god! It was it a Rottweiler?
Yeah, it was.
What? Oh wow. Oh, okay.
What color
Couldn't
was
have
it?
just said that.
Was it black
It
or
was
brown?
it was like a guard dog that had gotten loose. But I was just walking down a random road, not even near its place, and it was growling at me and barking at me, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Wow, dude. And did it try to hump you?
No.
No, because I know some
Well,
dogs try to fuck you.
when I was a kid, I walked in the middle of a dog fight once.
Did a flashback
Thanks, I appreciate that, Dave Rose, you dickhead.
What?
Ow. What?
I thought you did that. Oh, you weren't doing that sound clip?
I don't play fucking
He
sound.
just goes right for Dave.
Fuck 'em.
Sorry, I thought it
That
was.
could have been a of a dog growling.
Of all things.
I'm waiting for that to set Clover off.
Oh my god.
Although she's
All right, Ashley.
Ears
Come
are
on.
gonna
Snoozing.
perk up and
snoozing. She's
Really?
snoring.
Go fuck her. Look at Joe's kid looking at that Christmas tree like I want to fuck it. Cosmic
Yeah,
Crow.
dude. What's up with that?
Well, that was a great comment. Cosmic Crow says, "What was the largest amount of donations you received on Monetize This?" That's a weird question. Also, what video of yours was the first that went viral? First video that went viral was me running into a wall, angry about the Patriots losing.
yeah.
The
It was also The Undertaker.
Yeah, the Undertaker one, and then they played that on TV, and then there's a few, but the biggest one was the Roman Reigns attacked video. That's up to 2 million, over 2 million on that.
My
one.
first video was my fedora video that went viral.
Nobody's asking you. No, I'm just kidding.
Nobody's asking you.
How many videos did your Fedora? How many views did your Fedora one get?
It's been a while. I haven't looked at it in a while, but it definitely got a lot of views, more than some of
Got
my other.
45
other
views,
videos.
Joe.
Love it.
Wow. Relic 827, and this could be Relic the Clown, the guy that Tommy took his mask. If you had to pick one president to go back in time oh my God, we can't even answer this. And assassinate, who would it be?
Oh my god!
My Christ!
I'm not answer that question. I don't want to be on a list.
I don't want to be on a list, so I refuse to answer that one. I'll just say he's still alive right now, I think. He's still alive, and he's the reason why we can't say anything about it. Actually, because they can hear it. Fernando Barrientos. Fernando Barrientos. What is your go-to or favorite type of beer? My go-to is Corona or Bud Light because I'm not a beer guy, you know, and I'm not like a cool like, ooh, I got this fucking distillery fucking Pilsner from fucking the Alps. You know, I'm not very good with that. I just go Corona or Bud Light. American Piss is the answer.
Go-to would be like Miller Lite or Miller Genuine Draft.
I like Miller
but
too.
like my favorite beer is a craft beer called Wagon Wheel, and it's a wheat ale, and it's fucking great.
That
It's
sounds
fun-
familiar for some reason.
It's a pretty popular. I've heard of that. I've heard of Wagon Wheel.
Well, there's tons of beers called Wagon Wheel, but this is one that's local to this brewery that we go to all the time. It's always talk about. They got the big ass fucking brick fire oven, you know.
Oh, then maybe I don't know
Good
what the
place.
fuck.
No, I'm saying there are probably tons of other beers called Wagon Wheel. It's a pretty standard
Could be.
name.
Someone's gonna
But
get
it's-
sued.
But I know here locally they have one called Wagon Wheel. There's actually another one called Blackberry Wheat, and it's a really good beer as well.
Mississippi Mud. No,
No, that shit's fucking gross.
yeah, I was so hammered that night. I thought it was good. I ordered that shit.
Oh, Mississippi Mud is so bad.
It's Mississippi Pud, baby. Women excrete into the. Okay.
Moving on.
Silver Saint says, "Do you guys like blue waffles?" Is he?
Ha, ha, ha.
Is that a thing or?
It's a fucking. If you go Google it right now.
What?
Go
Google.
Google.
Am I going to be on a
waffle,
list
Joe.
if I Google blue waffles now?
No, just Google blue waffle, not plural. Blue waffle.
Go Google.
It's real?
Go Google blue waffle.
I don't want to eat a bunch of food dye. Sexually transmitted infection. Turn the vagina blue and disfigured.
Images.
It's also originated from women who get around or their lack of hygiene. Ugh. Wow. I'm going to throw up. I don't like blue waffles. Marvin,
There you go.
Marvin What says, does Leah think that I'm a scumbag? That's so weird.
Leah, comment. Please respond.
Please respond. Leah. God damn it.
Wow. She's here for all the questions except
she's-
the one that's specific to her.
The one that's about her, she's gone. I'll ask her later again. Try to remind me. Neil Mulligan, welcome to the Patreon. $5. Welcome Peter as well. Z the Reaper is back. What up, Z? And that's everybody else. I don't know. But yeah, so I think we've gone over the time here. We do. Tommy, you licking your lips and shit? Like, what are you doing? Oh, is that thing in your tooth?
I was itching my bottom lip of my teeth.
I just kept seeing oh my god. I just kept seeing this, like you going like. But anyway, we got to get out of here. Anything anybody wants to say before we get the fuck out of here? Anybody has anything they wanted to mention real quick, or?
Yes. Fuck the fucking Red Sox.
They lost again. It was 4-4 when I stopped watching.
Yeah, fuck them. They
God
lost.
damn it.
They're dead to me this season. They can go fuck themselves right in their stupid asses.
That sucks.
Got the same fucking team as last year, and you can't win a fucking baseball game. Fuck off.
Tommy, if there was one thing you could change
lazy
about
cocksuckers.
the pitching, Tommy, if there was one thing you could change about Black Mountain, what would it be?
There would be a Golden Corral.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say less black people, but.
Oh.
Hey, Storm.
Why do you always think I'm racist? Like
I'm joking. I'm just playing. I'm playing
yeah,
up to that.
that's
Like,
a joke. Yeah, that's a joke. You
it is a
pointing out
joke because the thing is, though, JB has been called a racist. I've been called a racist, and there's been people like Coop who are just so fucking retarded that they call everyone a racist. So it removes any value to that word. So let them call us all racist. Everyone knows it's not true, so we might as well make fun of it. We know you're not racist, dude.
Anything, Dave, you would change about anything?
What was the question?
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We went later than you. Well, we go late a lot, but we went really late.
Oh shit, Tommy, the dog's back.
Wow.
Smells the jerky in your pocket.
Good night, everybody.
Biggest kid ever.